Good evening, everybody, and welcome. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone, and with me tonight we have... That's you. Yeah.
Sarah,
you're muted.
You're muted.
You're still muted.
I'm on push to talk. Everybody's gonna have to remind me of that the whole entire time. Hi, I'm Mo. Nice to meet you guys. There's too many Sarahs on the internet, so call me whatever you want.
Sarah, you'll forgive...
Matthew.
Go ahead.
No, I'm Matthew. That's it.
Sarah, you'll forgive our perhaps rude but completely accurate reaction, because there is a long-standing hazing ritual in this channel where I do an introduction, then I point to the person immediately next to me and expect them to introduce themselves. They never know that they're going to, and they never know what to say, and we never tell them, and it just tickles me more and more.
It's never on purpose either.
Well, it didn't start that way. Now I look forward to it, right? It may not be on purpose for you guys, but
true.
This is the small joy.
I watched you do it, and I still wasn't prepared.
That's the thing. Most people have seen me do it.
And here's the thing: when we take the break and we come back, Mo, I promise you, you will be eating right when we come back, and he will throw it to you.
Please.
Oh yeah.
I'm calling it.
100% will happen. No chance of it not. All right, so we met Matthew. Who else is playing tonight?
Hi, I'm Meg.
Oh, hi, I'm Ryan.
Yeah, usually there's more that goes into this. We'll get you guys
expecting a little bit more.
Yeah, we'll get you guys to introduce your characters in just a minute. If you are a long-standing fan of the channel, you know that this is usually our Blood in the Bayou game, but we are missing just enough coterie members for that not to be possible. However, it is Halloween weekend, right? We can't let the spooks and the goblins down by not bringing our vampy goodness to the internet. So that is what we are here to do. I am going to be taking the role of storyteller this evening, as the rest of the channel players here are going to be... Oh my lord. I'm trying to find a way to get the chat up so that I can read it. Oh, yay! Hey, Sway. Hey, Pixie. There's our normal storyteller and other coterie members. Thank you guys for being here. Much appreciate la soporte. There we go. All right. Computer is holding together. It's not dead yet.
Computer is computering.
That's the best we can do. So, yeah, thank you for the resub. Thank you guys so much for being here. So we're about to jump into it. A couple of quick warnings. This is a adult stream. It is going to deal with adult themes, including but not limited to violence, body horror, sexuality, sensuality, loss of will and control, and probably a lot of other weird and or potentially triggering things. So please take care of yourself over the course of the game. If you ever need to step away, take a minute, get yourself together. Absolutely do that. I've been over the safety tools for this game with the wonderful players. If things start to get a little hairy, they give me the TIE Fighter airplane. Or if things get too upsetting, an X on the screen, and we will stop. I'll ask them what went wrong so that I don't do it again, and then we will move on. There are no wrong answers, and there is no judgment for utilizing those tools. I'd much rather stop the whole game than continue to play and make somebody uncomfortable, right? So that is the point. Now, let us begin. It's been some months into this year. Summer is fading and fall begins to approach. Although, other than the dramatic drop of temperature as the sun sets, you wouldn't know it. Especially out here in the deserts of Nevada. They have been perhaps welcoming to some of you, perhaps bracing to others. The City of Sin is one in which a large variety of kindred call home. You all, even if you did, are looking for a change. Some of you may know each other, some of you may not, but there is a ongoing and beneficial sort of rumor, rule of thumb, since the fall of the Nosferatu's run computer network, since its breach, since this ongoing rising tide of a second Inquisition and the independent hunters that they employ have delivered this bracing blow to the Camarilla and its society. Many of the more public forms of transportation, perhaps those of planes and flying, being locked in a bus with dozens or hundreds of other of kindred at a time, only rapidly invites opportunities for not only a masquerade breach or a bestial compulsion, but exposes a kindred to danger in a way that they may not be prepared for. As such, a very small clan has picked up a bit of slack, and although they are anarchs, they sit on the fringes of kindred society. They are the Ravnos. They are a clan of travelers. By their very bane, unable to sleep in the same place within a week, lest it burn their flesh alive. It makes them very apt and very skilled at caravans. A more derisive person might point to their Rumnashell past or their migrant nature. But you know better, at the very least for now. You're just outside the Vegas Strip on the east end of the city, out in the place where the hotels are, the casinos are less casinos and a little more motel, where things are charged by the hour and deliveries are made at all hours of day or night. Here's where you all are starting out. You've gathered in this parking lot. It is a derelict strip mall, the signs of which have been spray painted over and have been graffitied repeatedly. And as you are beginning to gather, why don't you take a moment and introduce yourselves, your appearance, to each other, to us, to the audience, please.
Is that also starting with me?
Yeah, it's going to be a whole thing all night long, yeah.
Great. Perfect. I just wanted to make sure I understood the pattern before we went. Great. So I'm assuming name, clan, brief description.
Yeah, name, clan, brief description, absolutely.
Cool. I am playing Blue Roman in the clan Tremere. She always looks like she's on the verge of a mental break, but not in like a bad way. She just has a lot going on. She has many satchels that are filled with books and pamphlets and strange jars. And she dresses in an assortment of Goodwill chic, so she looks expensive on a budget. She has large octagonal glasses that touch both her brows and her cheeks, and her hands are covered inwards and dried red.
I'm a big fan of this vampire ASL.
The one of the other people standing there is Lysander, Clan Ventru, and he is fairly tall, tall and thin. He has dark brown hair, and he's wearing a similar to what I'm wearing, a long-sleeved black shirt that is rolled up to the elbows, unbuttoned a little bit too far, and a black vest that does not hold anything back either. He also has several silver necklaces, and he has probably like 3 or 4 rings on, as well as some bangles around his wrist, and a very, very nice watch on the other wrist. And he is standing there looking exhausted already and being around all of you.
That's very fair. Standing sort of close to Lysander, but not with him by any means, and staring at the sign that has graffiti on it with her mole skin out and writing down all of the graffiti, trying to rework it into some sort of poem, is Millie, Clan Toreador. She has like straight cropped black Edna Mode hair, and is wearing mom jeans and this blouse with like Peter Pan collar and like those woven slides that like 80s kindergarten teachers would wear. We feel me? Not the peep toe one. Not the peep toe one. She's not a whore. But close to. And this giant like professor cardigan with the giant collar, but it does have like some patches on it. Yeah, just staring and writing a little bit.
Hey y'all. I'm playing Mordecai. Mordecai is a Bruja. He stands probably 6'2", 6'3", kind of wearing similar what I am, wife beater, and so just kind of a black collared shirt over it to kind of look presentable. You know, gotta bring out the fine china when there's a venture around, I guess. And ripped up jeans and boots, and he's just kind of every once in a while he'll just kind of kick a rock and close into the area of the venture just to see what happens. Then he'll kick a rock towards the Tremere just to see what if they flinch. If not, then he's putting his hands in his pockets and just kind of keeping his eyes to himself.
Rude.
Annoying. That's it.
That wasn't in character. That was me at Ryan. That was
It's gonna be fun.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You guys are, it is a couple hours past sundown, and you have been waiting for a little bit, nearing an hour, although you're not too worried about it at this point. The lights of passing cars sort of sweep across the strip mall and across each of you a couple of times, and then you notice that one of them sort of scans kind of in your direction, and then it doesn't go quite as far as all the others. It turns following the different roads. There is a vehicle. Just to get us started, why don't each of you roll me a what is it? Wits awareness. Let's get the classic wits awareness test. I'm just looking for the person with the most successes.
Oh boy. 1 with a possible bestial failure. What a way to start.
I got 2 on my normal, and then I crit success on my hunger die.
Okay.
1 normal and then a crit success on your die.
Okay.
Oh my god, just get your own dice rolls, Jesus.
I did
Okay.
1 worse than you.
I have I have no joke 6 successes
Okay.
with a possible messy crit.
Okay.
Yes! Yes! The Travailleur strikes again! That's all
The
The
jackass.
game, boys.
Scotty Knoxville from now on.
Fair enough. Thank you. Just wanted to get the dice a little warmed up there. So, let's see. Blue Roman. You are the first to sort of see past the headlights to the vehicle that is behind it. I'm going to let you decide what vehicle the Ravnos has brought to for your road trip. What type of car? RV, van, trailer hitch, 18-wheeler, literally anything that rolls on wheels. Now remember, it's got to take at the very least 6 people.
Okay,
So,
great. Do we know them to be kind or not so much?
you know them to be effective. You know
Effective?
them, yeah. You know them to be effective by reputation, shrewd business person, and the clan itself is known for taking risks. Their clan compulsion is tempting fate, and so.
Amazing. I was gonna say a Hummer if they were less nice, but effective. I think they can have a Range Rover. 3 rows of spacious seating with like
Okay.
red detailing and maybe red rims. That sounds cool, right?
Okay, sure, absolutely.
Riding in style.
Yeah, absolutely. So, since it is a newer ride, it is a very G-Wagon. I had somebody suggest that for 99s. 99 G-Wagons walk into a bar.
Ah!
It's not a good joke.
What's a G-Wagon?
It's a type of like Hummer that apparently is very expensive and bulletproof. That's about all that I was told.
All you need.
Yeah. So
That about does it.
that about does
Okay.
it. The Range Rover does sweep across. It has those obnoxiously bright white light halogen lights that blind everyone else on the road, and larger tires. Does anyone have any dots in any sort of automobiles? I'll take driving or mechanics. Yeah, how many? You got 2 dots? Great. I'm not going to make you roll. I'm just going to go ahead and tell you. The tires are look like they're the ride flats. So even if they go flat, they can still drive for a chunk of miles. And they're larger rims and smaller on the rubber, right? So this person definitely has what looks like to be effective. How much luggage are each of you bringing with you?
I got my wallet in my back pocket. That's about it.
Okay.
So Blue has probably 3 satchels. I'm gonna say like one like over one shoulder, one over the other shoulder, and like one is like a waist bag. I don't want to call it what it is
A
because she's
fanny
not
pack?
lame. But like no,
pack?
no,
Yes!
There it is. No! Oh
Listen,
man.
fanny packs are in.
God.
I don't know what you're talking about. Fanny packs are in.
They are making a comeback.
Thank you for
Thank
the
you,
gifted
dead man.
subs.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much.
You guys would
Genuinely.
all know, because we know each other in passing, I own a small string, we're talking like 3 stores maybe, of oddities shops. So at least 2 out of the 3 satchels are just clinking, and you don't know why.
Merch.
Good. Good.
Not again. You can.
Lysander also only has his wallet, but that's because he's gonna just buy all of his stuff.
There you go.
Her Majesty's match luggage.
Well, I definitely have like a rolly bag
Okay.
with like a bag on top of it,
Okay.
like a very large, could possibly, like, don't ask how much shit's in that purse bag.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Oof.
So a carry-on and an questionably
yeah.
sized
I'm a
bag.
liar. I also have a fanny pack, but like it's a cool one because I have to have a pistol in it because I need a pistol somewhere.
Just full of cocaine.
So, I mean, listen, gotta
It's
keep
the
it somewhere.
Rocks fanny pack, like that
You gotta
leather.
keep it somewhere.
It says juicy on it.
Juicy cooter. Let's go.
Wait, I like to change my answer now.
We all have fanny
We
packs.
all have fanny packs.
No.
Rapno step out to open our doors for us, and they also have fanny packs.
God.
I walk into this unwillingly. Thank you. Good night. This is where I'm drawing my line.
Your
I didn't put it on my
actually
hard
see our
limits
fanny
list, and I
pack.
should have.
No.
Rather see our fanny packs and just leave. Like, we're not transporting these fucking losers.
Oh my. So the gentleman, the door does come to a stop. The lights stay on, and the engine stays running. The windows are tinted, unless you have some form of special eye you would like to utilize. But stepping out of the driver's side of the Range Rover is especially for it's tough for some vampires to look pale and tan at the same time, but somehow this man doesn't. When he steps out of the car, you hear a very heavy sort of wooden-heeled onto the ground. You can see his boots. They are cowboy boot in style. They were probably very expensive at one point. You can tell that the leather was high quality, embellished, but looks like definitely were worn and are his favorite. And comes around the corner, around the front of the car, and you see him now. He is of sort of Hispanic mixed descent. His hair is thick and black and gelled beyond all belief, and it sort of shines in the starlight. It has that sheen to it. And he's wearing pretty simple blue jeans. They are tight, but they fit over his boots. And his shirt is just a very simple hold on, had a blank. Very simple sort of vintage Nirvana t-shirt that is holy enough that you think it was probably actually bought in the 90s. But he does have underneath it like a long sleeve sort of black thermal kind of thing. The sleeves are kind of pushed up, and he has a whole like series of necklace chains and a watch that looks sturdy, probably like a diver's watch. Just something that is not digital, and you get the feeling could get the crap kicked out of it. Probably keep running, right? Makes his way over to you. Right. That's the wrong accent.
I love it. Keep it. It's fine.
No.
Yes. I am, right. I'm Roberto, and let's see. What do we have? 1, 2, 3, yes. 4. All right. He hits the fob, and the trunk sort of pops and does like the auto open. All right. Let's see. And he'll take the roller, goes in first. One of the sack bags fit in the back because the 3 seats are up. There's not a lot of trunk space. He tosses another of the jingly bags on top of the roof, and when it does, like you just see him sort of, okay, and he straps it.
With those, please. They're very expansive.
All right. And he'll strap them down. The car is open as you guys start to pile in. You do see that there is another young man in the front seat. He is blonde, sort of a sandy blonde, tall, kind of lanky, like kind of a swimmer type body. So his torso and legs are just like he has to sit in the front. He doesn't fit really elsewhere. And as you come in, he'll sort of whip his hair around. And, hi, how's it going?
Hi, man.
Hi, I'm Mike.
Oh man, we're just giving out our names now. Yeah, what up, Mike? Mordecai.
We're using made up names. Okay. I'm
You got
Michigan.
This. You got. Boom. Nice.
Solid state.
You had 50 others to choose from, but you stayed with the mitten.
Well,
Like it.
yeah. I had a girlfriend from Michigan once. And
That explains a lot.
And at that, he just turns around. You guys can make a wits awareness check on Mike, if you would like. Or wait, is it an? Let's go. Is there an insight?
There is an insight.
There is.
Wits insight. Let's go with that.
Nah, I trust Mike completely. I don't even need to.
Okay. You can do the wits awareness or insight. I'll take either one.
I don't particularly care about him, so his secrets can.
Okay.
I got
That's
1
3.
success.
Okay.
I got 3 on the wits awareness.
Okay.
I also got 3.
Nice. Looking for 2 successes on that. So with 3 successes, you guys do notice he is kindred, but he's a thin blood. He is duskborn, so he is a little nervous around you. Being you don't know how much time or energy he has spent around vampires, but by reputation, Roberto is guaranteeing to deliver all of you to Memphis safely, and so that is part of the agreement, right? So
Before she gets in, she holds a hand out for Lysander to help her in the car.
There's the tiniest bit of a sigh to help her in, if only because that means that he doesn't have to climb into a seat. He's gonna try and be the last one to enter, so that he can just.
She goes straight for like the back. She's like,
That's
back
fine,
in the
yeah.
corner, yeah.
okay.
But he'll help her, and then he will wait near the door for everybody else to enter
And
before
it is
he
just
does.
the most awkward. Like she immediately gets on all 4s and crawls to get. And she's not. Yeah, she's cute, but this is a big car.
How tall are you?
She's about 5'7", 5'8".
Okay. I am 4'9".
Stop.
So, and like a little on like the chubby side, you know, like tastefully with a few extra rolls in the oven, you know, like it's tasteful. We love her. Kind of mushroom shaped, to be honest, but like an upside down mushroom, like big ol' hips. So she's just gonna like stick a hand up to you to like help her, like.
Nope.
She's struggling all by herself.
Yeah, she got in.
I mean-
And she keeps going.
Oh, me? Sure.
I mean the mean
guess.
one.
A
Yeah.
slightly more perceptible sigh as he also helps you in.
Amazing. There are enough seats in here, right? Like I don't have to sit on anybody's lap because I am willing to do so.
I am looking up right now with the third row seating.
I might have messed up.
There are 6 seats. So 2 people in the back, 2 people in the middle, with a central console between them, and then the 2 people in the front.
I will willingly take a back seat because it's known that they're probably a little shorter and like more uncomfortable than the other ones.
Yeah.
So like.
Yeah. And everything, I apologize, everything is going on the roof. There is no storage space.
Sorry, y'all.
We get a third row, or we get trunk space. We don't get both.
Yeah.
This is
It's
why
not in
you
the
just-
budget.
This is why you just buy all new stuff when you get to your next location.
Or you just don't have anything, so you don't have to worry about losing something.
Your business is successful enough for that.
I am eventually done.
Mordecai will stand next to the door and just do one of these to Lysander. No, I insist. Go ahead.
Age before beauty?
I was gonna say the same thing.
Well, some of us can be wrong. It's fine.
Melly has started a new page and is now writing about this.
He squints his eyes. He goes, "Fine," and he jumps in and he just kind of sprawls out as far as he can. Oh, come on!
Roberto, as you start to spread out, Roberto, who's put all the stuff on the top and is walking back to the driver's side, just opens the passenger side door. That is the driver's side door that's behind his, and you sort of slide that way. And he's like, "There's more than one. We have doors. There are many doors." And he'll shut it.
Thank you. I appreciate you.
As he begins to fall, I will chuckle slightly and then get into my seat.
All right. It is a very nice car. There are little screens in the headrests, you know, and he hits sort of a couple of console buttons, and he hands back a laminated card. It's sort of like an Uber driver with like there are waters in the console, right? There is no food or drink. There's no blood, but it does have like here's the hotspot password. Here's this. Here's that. So we get
Wow.
underway. As you guys set out across the country, you do know that your first scheduled, it's about a 24-hour drive from Vegas to Memphis. The halfway point is Amarillo, Texas, and it is about 12-ish hours. You've got a start after sundown, and so you don't think you can really safely make it there. You can make up the rest of the way afterwards, but just as you are sort of questioning that possibility, once you hit the highway, it is a bold, brash, and very quick, just gunning down the road of by Roberto. The first leg of the journey is smooth, as you guys are driving across the Arizona desert, you can see some of the sands, the outcroppings, the mesas, the rock formations, all of those sort of things. I, however, would like each of you to roll me a d4.
Oh, amazing.
Wasn't prepared for that.
Sorry. We're gonna set your starting hunger levels with this.
Oh,
Oh,
You
Oh,
evil man.
a strong 3.
Fuck me, also a 3.
Yeah! Oh man, this is gonna be good.
Yeah.
Megan,
Really?
did you also roll a 3, Megan?
Yep.
Yeah!
Listen, these creative juices are flowing and a girl's getting peckish. Let's go.
God damn
wow.
it.
Can I just say that Blue is trying to distract herself by like leaning over and like visibly putting her head like over between Melly's face and the book that you're writing to try and distract herself? Is that smut?
No. Well, maybe. It depends. If you find my work erotic, then yes. And some have known to orgasm at the words, but this isn't intentionally smut this time. It's more of a, well, this one is a deconstruction of the male narrative in a road trip setting.
I love that. I love that so much.
Yeah. They're
and
gonna
then she,
hate it,
like,
but I think it's great.
she will continue to watch you write, and like she's
Yeah.
also writing on her hands. Her hands are like covered in ink.
Yeah, she
Probably
kind of like,
concerning for the leather seats in here, to be honest, if they're anything but black.
she like wraps an arm
Tan,
around you
but-
and has like keeps your head between hers as she's writing. Like it's not phasing her.
Amazing.
Yeah. Just snuggle up while I write weird things.
Dear diary.
Gentlemen in the mid row, what are you guys up to?
Lysander, you want to go first?
Sure.
This is
I-
rock line time.
As soon as we were given a password to the Wi-Fi, I whipped out my phone, which is like one of the largest phones that you like. Whatever the largest phone is, it's like the
Apple or Android.
14. It's ooh.
Mm,
I think because they're expensive, he's an Apple man.
It's like there is a
because-
wrong answer to this.
Only
Matthew.
because they are the more expensive ones. If he was a more savvy businessman, he might have an Android, but because he's pretentious, he has an Apple, and so it's like the 14X XR or whatever the fuck is like basically mini tablet. And as soon as we got Wi-Fi password, he whipped it out and has been furiously typing while we've been on our road trip, periodically stopping to swipe to another app to like take some notes. And I think he's pulled out an Apple Pen a couple of times to also write on it.
Okay.
seeing the Apple phone, he pulls out his BlackBerry.
Yes!
And just kind of like looks at it, goes back to the, and I think he's just been like, this is one of the few times I think he's kind of just enjoyed the ride. He just kind of has watched as it's gone through, and is more just kind of like ambiently listening into the car, and just enjoying the road for a little bit.
Okay. As you guys are, as you're going, it is probably have to stop about 3 times for gas, specifically, between Las Vegas and Albuquerque. Even speeding, Roberto, can only make up so much ground in the night. Seeing as you all are hungry, do you, at any of these stops, mention hunting, mention feeding? Do you just do it? How would you all? Let's say we've done one stop, right? You know that's hunting in other cities without presenting yourself to the local hierarchy can be dangerous. So, thinking about it, you might have better luck hunting at one of these smaller towns in between in stops. But what do each of you, you're about 4 hours into this 8-hour drive at this point.
I
What-
have a question about the type of gas stations that we're stopping at. Are they like Texacos, or are they like truck stops where there's a lot of room and like showers and shit?
So, the first one, just by happenstance, was more like a Texaco. You got off. There's a small town, but it's one of those exits where there's 3 fast food places, 4 gas stations, all on like the corners of the entrance and exit ramps to this highway, to Interstate 40. That's the main road you're driving down, right? But you had, like, Roberto is willing to stop at truck stops, and bigger truck stops. He's willing to stop. He just stops when he knows he has to get gas. But upon any other request, he will stop. Or he can time it to make sure the next one is a XYZ.
Oh, God, we gotta tip Roberto at the end of all this. Like,
5 stars for Roberto.
Oh, absolutely.
say less. 6.
Is it? This is Megan asking. Is it smarter to do a Texaco or a bigger station?
That's.
6 to 1.
I
Probably
think.
a bigger station.
Do you guys want to discuss this in character? Because you don't
Yeah.
necessarily know. And Roberto, for his part, is not hungry. And he succeeded his will check to just risk letting 4 hungry vampires loose in the middle of a city. Like, he resisted that tempt of fate. So he's ignoring the conversation only so that he doesn't get suckered in to making a terrible decision immediately.
That's fair.
You know, I'm feeling a little peckish.
Yeah, I could
Anyone
stop.
Little beef jerky and Slim Jims.
I could
wouldn't
step into
mind.
a Slim Jim. Yes.
Yeah, let's figure out where we want to get something to go.
I'm not picky.
I am, and I just remembered it, and I'm pretty sure what I want ain't gonna be here. But we're gonna try. We're gonna look for it.
Oh,
That's Megan realizing she made a huge mistake.
Me too am picky, but
Yeah.
you all
Oh.
know I am, so I'm not going to say anything about it.
You are a Ventru, yeah. You
I am
are.
a venture, yes.
You in fact are a picky eater by obligation.
Yep.
You are indeed a problem.
Accurate.
All right. Do we agree that this is like a safety in numbers kind of a situation, or is this like we should let the mean one go off by his lonesome, and the rest of us stick together? Because I'm sorry, why are you looking at me a specific way? Because I'm right, or you think I'm wrong, Lysander? Because you're probably gonna go after somebody who looks like they have a place to be, you know, so they're like important enough for you to ingest. Am I right? Like, I'm just throwing out a curveball here. I'm not really sure what your taste is.
Oh, that's actually mine. Why? Do we think we're gonna find some?
I mean, I'm
Probably
willing to
not.
help you look.
I mean, I just, we're in where right now?
You guys are in Arizona?
Can find an oil man, no problem.
oh.
Oh, you fancy the hard workers then?
No, she fancies the rich.
Arizona, probably about to head into New Mexico.
Or maybe some cattle barons. There's got to be something around here. You can tell by the belt buckle and the shoes.
What's your taste, high and mighty?
Well,
He answered.
Oh my god, he
I-
answered.
I tend to, as surprising as it might be, like those that are a little bit crunchier. Hippies.
You're gonna scare Mike up on the front. You gotta be a little more specific than that.
Millennials
What the fuck
Yeah.
or
does
like
that mean?
Gen Z.
They can. The millennials tend to fit the bill fairly often.
Does he eat vegans? Is it vegan? Do you eat
little bit.
vegans?
Yeah.
Only people who work at Apple.
You're not, maybe we're
have to have
close
a
to
genius
Texas.
badge.
You're not gonna find any here.
I am unfortunately
heard-
aware.
Oh no.
You might get someone in Austin, but I don't think we're gonna
I
make
was-
that detour.
We're not
I was
stopping in
this
Austin.
close- I was this close to being like people with ADHD or like some stupid shit like
right.
that.
Wait,
That's real good.
you know how on social media, Lysander, when those influencer types, right, they like find those places, like here's the places you should really go as a tourist, like in this area. Maybe
That's
you should go find some
brilliant.
influencers, like
Yeah.
so it's technically like a local spot, like maybe not super well known, but where they're like really making a bad name for the spot or like overpopulating it for the locals to not be able to go there anymore.
Are we
Lysander,
gonna take?
What?
go ahead. I'll let you guys roll.
I was if we can find a large enough gas station, we can probably find at least one.
Lysander, why don't you make me a technology intellect?
Fuck.
Gotta
We're
scroll
back-
Instagram and use their
or
location.
wisdom. Sorry, I don't have a character sheet in front of me.
Well, there is intelligence, wits, and resolve. Intelligence tends to be like
I'll take
like what it is. Wits,
wits.
is like fast thinking.
I'll take wits technology. Wits is
Roberto,
this
do
is
you
your.
have like
This is my 2 dice. Got it.
I was gonna say this is your Google Foo ability.
Yeah.
Yes.
yeah, man.
2 failures.
Can I make that check?
Sure,
Too?
sure, yeah.
Oh, God,
Are we
I
gonna
thought it
take
was-
the Venture to a
Venture
dive bar?
Venture do have the ability to kind of sniff out people that fit their vibe. So if we get somewhere slightly populated enough, I can probably find at least one.
one success?
Okay, so in a city like Albuquerque or what would be a detour, Santa Fe, yeah, easy, 100%, right? I literally in the Google Maps between here, Holbrook, Chambers, Sanders, the Zuni Nation, Gallup, Church Rock, or Jamestown. I'm gonna say you're gonna end up spending time driving off the highway to get to a town center, to get to and remember, you guys left at it's like midnight, 1 a.m.
Yeah.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So the truck stops are the places where people are at.
Yeah.
I'll give you a luck roll at any truck stop you stop at to see if they're there. There's always a possibility, right? But as far as finding specifically like a vegetarian or a vegan or a hippie, you would have to. That's less likely just right on the highway.
Sure.
You know what I
And,
mean?
Yeah, I think I'll just like instead of because Lysander doesn't want to be in the car with these people longer than he has to, so he's not going to ask for us to get off of the road. So whenever we stop, I'll see if I can pick something. No need to go anywhere special on my account.
Okay. I love that Krista Corbidet confirms that Santa Fe would have
Yeah.
food for both picky eaters and rich hippies. Yeah. That's great. I love that. So since the other three of you are the ones we are worried about here, where do you want to find a big truck stop? Do you want to find a lone gas station? Do you want to find an off-ramp that has a Cracker Barrel and a few other things there?
Ah, the Firelink Shrine for white people, the Cracker Barrel.
Mouth, I love it. They have really good biscuits and gravy. What?
Hear me out. We're kind of in like the middle of nowhere. What are the chances that a small chain of swinger hotels has a location over here? Are there any places with pineapples?
You can give me a wits technology check to see.
Great.
Krista, where's the swinger town in up around Albuquerque?
An Airbnb, if you will.
Oh shoot, I have to change my hunger dice.
Airbnb, if you will.
Oh.
4 successes, possible messy crit.
What is happening?
God
I don't know.
Listen, man, mental stats. We just have the Tremere do all of them.
Having been a
Seriously.
hippie on a road trip and ran out of gas between Albuquerque and Gallup.
Interestingly, also Santa Fe.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting. Also,
We're just going to Santa Fe. I don't know.
Yeah,
We're not.
if it was on the way, I would have put it in Google Maps. It probably leads you an hour north and then an hour back.
And
we're burning moonlight, y'all. We gotta find something out.
and
I'm not picky. I'm good anywhere.
I think
I
already
mean-
made this check,
With your 4 successes, I'm gonna just start saying words, and you can tell me where one is. Canoncito, Highland Meadows, Laguna Pueblo, North Acomita Village, Acoma Pueblo, San Rafael, Grants, Milan, Blue Water, Thurio, Continental Divide.
Am I supposed to be responding?
Yes, yeah,
Yes.
you're supposed to
Blue
pick
water.
one.
Just
There
pick
you
it.
go.
It's my name. It has my name in it.
There you go.
Hey.
All right.
There you go.
I think you just picked a state park, but sure.
Oh,
Yeah!
amazing!
Marathon.
Glampers, let's go.
Yeah. All right.
Glampers.
I would have also accepted like just a general bar. I put my 4 in charisma, so if anybody wants me
Great.
to go like ask somebody for a threesome, I can walk out of there with 2.
Okay. So there's
Oh,
a
I can help you.
there's a Badlands Auto Group near Blue Water. You're gonna have to
I've
get
got
off the
3
road a
charisma.
little bit, but sure. All right.
You guys are more charismatic than I am.
So
Yes.
Oof, a doof.
You shoe.
It's not hard.
Grants. Okay. Well, Chris Corbidet has now told us Grants is where the swinger bar is. So we're gonna go to Grants, because I don't know.
Off to Grants.
I love
Yeah.
that for us.
Love that. Yep. I like my vampire games to be educational.
Yeah.
At this, yeah,
Yes.
and authentic.
It's really what we play fantasy games for, is the immersion.
That
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay, let's not get this twisted. We play it so that we can look up where the swingers bars are in the Southwest.
I just do it.
I know what I signed up for.
But like,
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So, you guys are off the highway. You get on Route 66. Why not? So you're driving down here. There is a fair amount of bars and things along those lines. That is what you guys are looking for to hunt, correct?
Yes.
Great.
yes.
Sounds good. So, Roberto sort of does a little GPSing, goes hunting around, and there is this little dive bar just off of Route 66 called La Ventana.
Ooh.
What does that mean?
I don't know. I don't speak Spanish.
My character does, but I do not.
And I'm not gonna look it up because that's more like I don't know what it is.
La Ventana is the window.
The window.
Wow.
All right.
Window.
Oh.
The window?
I think it's
The wall.
Just window, yeah.
Sexy.
If it is spelled how I spelled it.
Their Spanish is pretty easy in
Ventana,
Spanish.
it's
Yeah.
Ventana.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
it is window.
Yeah.
According to Google Translate.
That's
Let's go to the window, bitches.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
so.
Matt.
Thank you.
As you guys, Roberto drops you off. He says he'll be back in. How long? How long is this going to take?
I mean, I'm pretty effective. I don't know about anyone else here, but
20
10
minutes,
minutes.
30 minutes, an hour, 2 hour, 3 hour, 4 hour, 5 hour?
30
30's, I think 30's fine.
30
30
minutes.
minutes.
All right. I'll be back in 30 minutes. And Michael, Michigan, gets out of the car. And he's... You can tell, like, he is tall. He is definitely swimmer-sized. Not quite Michael Phelps-ish, but he has that...
Is this Michael Phelps?
It's that slightly... There's that quasi-goofy look that sort of matches between them. Yeah.
Explains so much.
My God.
Blonde Michael Phelps.
Blonde Michael Phelps.
Thin blood vampire. And he's on a road trip to Memphis.
make
What
a
is-
movie right
This is
now.
the weird. What sort of whose line is it?
We're down like 5, right?
give me a random celebrity. Michael Phelps. Okay. Give me a hair color. Blonde.
Blonde.
Okay.
And what's he doing? He's on a road trip to where?
Right,
What do you
Memphis.
do with friends?
Memphis.
Road trips. Okay.
Something happens to him. He's trying to find a swingers club.
Give me a place. Give me a place in the continental U.S.
Great.
Memphis. All right.
But what's his alter ego? Michigan.
So good.
Okay.
Jeez. All right.
Well done. Done and done.
Hero what, number 3, who's keeping track?
Yeah, this...
We are backup dancers for the magic that is Michael Michigan. What are you talking
Yeah.
about?
So this bar.
Yeah.
How busy is it?
So it is past midnight. I'm gonna say... Why don't each of you roll me a d10?
Ooh.
We have plenty. Oh,
DX.
7.
a line.
9.
16.
7.
So there's about 20, 25 people here.
Ah, fantastic.
Okay.
And
Not
is
empty.
that enough to make it feel crowded because it's smallish, or
It is a smallish place. It's not crowded, but it is. It's definitely not dead. Like there's one bartender, one waitress, one cook in the back. So she's probably not like stopping, but it is. But you can move. You don't have to like shoulder check your way around the place. You know, you guys will. You'll be noted for sure. It's not that busy, but it's not like you walk in the door. There's one dude, and like they all turn and look at you. Like it's like, oh, new people came in, don't know them, and then they're back to whatever they're doing. You know what I mean? So, you might stand out a little bit in dress. Any of you that are very distinctly styled, Lysander's probably a little moneyed for this location.
what?
But
No.
other than that, I think from what you've described, you guys, it's not like a biker bar. It's just a, it's a local dive bar.
Yeah.
Blue will button up her cardigan that's a little bit too long so that her Gucci t-shirt does not show.
Okay.
You guys. I'm gonna go out back.
She just goes right to the bar, sits down, opens up her notebook, continues writing. Doesn't really look up, but like flags down the bartender.
Okay. Yeah. After they're busy at the exact moment, but in a few they'll come over.
Also, blush of life before we walked in.
Okay. Everybody that is utilizing the blush of life, please make a rouse check.
That's a crit success, I guess.
You're good.
Matthew.
For those of us that don't know what Blush of Life is? I mean, I know. I just want to know if you know.
So, blush
Right.
blush of life is an ability that all vampires in Vampire the Masquerade have. What it does is it invokes the vitae within the blood to give you like a heartbeat to simulate
You're a little
being
warmer.
alive. You are slightly warmer without the blush of life. Most contact screens don't react to you.
And it allows us to eat.
Yes,
Food.
you have to activate the blush of life in order to consume any food or alcohol that is not blood without becoming violently ill or it poisoning you. You go from looking like a Walking Dead person, depending on your generation and the potency of your blood, to looking like somebody that is maybe a little sick.
I'd like to reevaluate my actions, knowing that.
Okay.
Look at my life.
I would also like to enjoy that rouse check with a 9.
Okay.
I had failed, but I forgot that I took the merit eat food.
Okay.
Because there's a merit that allows you to just be able to eat food.
Yep.
So because I forgot about that before I rolled, can I revoke my roll? If not, it's fine, and I will just take a 4th hunger dot.
You're gonna take the 4th hunger dot.
Okay, that's fine.
I also have eat food, so I'm not doing Blush of Life.
Okay. Sounds good. The waitress comes over. Older woman, probably worked here most of her life. All right, darling, what can I get for you?
She says loud enough so that other people could hear. A Negroni Spagliato.
Are you freaking kidding me?
Right.
Listen.
I get you a bologna spiked Moscato.
Thank you. Did anybody else hear that and go, someone else who drinks like I do?
Why don't you roll me? Yeah, make a wits awareness check.
Are you doing a
actually,
gay check?
you don't need
Is
to.
that what's happening right now?
No, it's a pretentious check.
Yeah.
Oh.
I would like you to. You can go ahead and roll me. What's your hunger at? 3?
3.
Roll me.
3.
Roll me 3d10.
Just normal D10s?
Yeah, just 3d10.
Okay.
Any of them come up with a 1 or a 10?
Oh my god, yes.
Okay.
I got a 1, a 10, and a 6.
Great. Somebody does look up. They look at you. They are clearly not drinking anything like what you just mentioned. However, you do notice that they are drinking. You look just kind of behind the bar, and there is a very expensive bottle of whiskey.
See, if you order an old fashioned, that's not necessarily an everybody drink. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not necessarily a pretentious drink anymore. But Negroni Spagliato, that's niche as fuck.
Yeah.
And it's only queer bait if you finish it with the Prosecco, with Prosecco in it. Ooh, stunning.
Prosecco.
Then it's queer bait.
That was a good accent too. That was like I could hear it, you know?
I haven't been masturbating to that for weeks at all. Okay, so
That makes 2 of us.
I speak the truth. She'll try to catch their eye and much more smoothly do like a wave.
Sure.
Megan has no clue how to interact with people at a bar. So.
Absolutely. There is a. Why don't you go ahead and make. What sort of social check would you like to do to enamor this individual?
Well, Now, question about, because I've never done this. If I do awe, can I narrow it on just them, or is it the whole room?
Awe is everything, but it is not. It's you have to interact with people. Like they might notice you a little more, but they're not. It's not like Love Potion number 9. Like you're not gonna turn it
Okay.
on and everybody like head snaps.
Okay. Can I do?
Yeah, it is a. Just so you know, it is a Jim Beam bottle, but it is the distiller's masterpiece, which is a $300 bottle of whiskey.
Jesus Christ.
Sorry, what?
I think that's the most expensive bottle of that Jim Beam makes, as far
Well,
as
I
I
hope
can
so.
find.
Jim, listen to me. Stop. There's no need for that.
I mean, the next biggest one is whole brown rice bourbon 11-year for $50.
See, that's even too much.
That's a giant jump. What the fuck?
Yeah, there's not a lot in the middle there, Jim.
No.
I was trying. So
Mr. Beam.
yeah.
As we know you're watching.
He's a slightly bigger gentleman. He's not overweight, but he does have like the hard belly. You know what I mean? With the
Oh, yeah.
shirt that's on there, and it's like that's a rock. You know. He probably has probably a 6-figure salary somewhere doing something with cows.
Perfect. Yeah, can I, oh, right, I have to make a roll. This is a stupid game. Can I try, charisma, persuasion?
Sure. What are you persuading him?
Let me come over and chat him up for like
Yeah.
25 minutes
Yeah, absolutely.
and then feed on him for 5.
We'll see about the second part.
Yeah.
That math checks out, though, right? 30 minutes?
Listen, I'm really good at budgeting my time. It's important.
That's one of us.
Okay. Okay. 2 crits and 2 regular successes.
Yeah, absolutely. You come making your way over. Pleasure to meet you, ma'am. I'm Leroy. And just about that time, the bartender has brought over Moscato with just weird fruit garnishes around the outside.
Yeah.
And she's like, here's your bologna Moscato.
Oh, this
And,
is wonderful. Thank you.
He goes, no. Cheryl, you come back here. You get my special bottle out. You get my special bottle out for this nice little lady right here.
Ooh.
She goes, all right. And, you know, she'll come back with the whiskey. You know.
This wouldn't be the Jim Beam Special Reserve, is it?
Why, it absolutely is. Can't get a
my.
decent drink around here until you head into Albuquerque anyway, but I'll make sure to get it delivered by that ammo zone. You know what I'm talking about.
Right, yeah. I hadn't expected to meet such a discerning eye here.
Well,
Must be my lucky night.
I gotta say, a special place in my heart is this one. So yeah, he is enamored.
Excellent.
Your conversation goes well. You'll be able to take him. I'll need one more social roll just to sort of get him to
Get
go.
him back?
Yeah.
What is that?
It can be charisma. I think persuasion. I think there's a seduction thing in there somewhere.
No, there's a persuasion and a. Yeah, we'll persuade him again.
Yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Let's do it again. This is the one that matters.
This is the one.
Okay. Okay. 1 crit failed, not on my hunger, and then 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
More than enough. Yeah.
Bingo boingo.
You are so you can sip for 1 hunger, or you can have a longer feed for 2. Your hunger can't drop below 2 though, I think.
Well, then I'll just sip on him.
Okay, right?
I will sip
Can
on
it go to
some
1?
Jim and juice. I think if you kill someone.
It can go to 0 if you kill somebody. If you drain
I
somebody,
think it can
goes
go
to
down
kill.
to 1
It
because
can-
we're not a high enough generation
Okay.
for it to
Yeah.
go to stop at 2, I think.
She's
Great.
good. She's good.
What other hunting are the other 3 of you doing?
I'm gonna wait until like the last because mine is probably the more violent of everyone else. So this is gonna be you guys get ready. I'm gonna do my shit, and then we'll get the fuck out of Dodge.
Matt, how stupid is yours? Like on a scale of 1 to 10.
I mean, like, see, that's the thing, right? My preferred feeding type, I'm not going to be able to do it here. But we'll see if I can even find somebody, which is becoming more and more of an issue because now I'm at 4 hunger now that I failed that rouse check.
Oh no.
So I'm thinking about just murdering somebody.
Great. Okay. Well, while you're juicing on that, mine is incredibly stupid, Cody. I apologize in advance. This is what I based my entire character off of.
Great. Let's do it.
This. Okay. Is there either 1 or 2, or I would say 2 or 3, like gentlemen at a table anywhere in here?
What kind
Or
of
ladies.
gentleman are you?
Like my age, or slightly older.
Okay. Oh, you're gentleman by age is what I'm establishing here.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like
Okay. Yeah. There can
they
be
look
some.
like they've watched a lot of TV specifically. Maybe bad
Telenovelas.
TV.
Okay.
Like I don't know what channel it was on.
That's
I know you'll get it in a minute.
okay. Sure. I'll just so I understand where this is going. I'm gonna say yes.
Amazing. How many? 2 or 3? It doesn't really matter.
2.
I just want to know. 2? Great. Okay. So Blue walks into the bar, right? And she's like feeling herself. She's like hands on her hips, like fanny pack pushed around to the back, like accentuating her ass, right?
Mhm.
And then we've got pulling out of the fanny pack a ID and a credit card. It's definitely an Amex, but it's like red. She got like a custom color, right? And she puts it on the bar, and she like does a little hand gesture to the bartender, and she goes, "Hi, would you mind making me your favorite drink? I'm new here, and you just look like you have taste."
And the bartender, who's in this moment struggling with like what to garnish the Moscato with, is like, "Yeah, sure, hon. I'll yeah, just a minute." And you're probably the reason she's like, "Fuck it, I don't know." She just like throws stuff on the edges of it.
There's a pickle in there, like it's not.
I mean, not quite, but it's like, there's definitely an orange wedge. She probably rimmed it with lime. Like one part has a little bit of sugar, one part has salt. She's like, I don't know. There's a cherry in there for no reason. Like, it's just, I don't know what's happening.
Wow, I'm so sorry, Melly.
Raspberries in the bottom under the ice.
Yeah,
Got it.
not muddled. Yeah, so while that's happening, she's gonna fully leave like her ID and her card on the edge of the bar. I'm assuming like she like takes them and like starts a tab or whatever.
Sure.
Great. So she'll like take them back after that's done, and then walk over to the table with the gentleman at it, and just sit down. And she's gonna go, hi boys, how are we doing this fine evening?
Miss
I'm Blue. Nice to meet you.
Blue, that's your name?
Yeah, and she holds up her ID. If, and she like covers up her age. I'm a lady, and she puts
Miss-
it back in her fanny pack.
Well, Miss Blue, I'm what's my name? I'm Trent.
Yeah.
Yep. This is
Classy
my
guy.
buddy Daryl.
Yeah.
Trent,
Madam.
Daryl. Wow, what handsome fellers you guys are. So anyway, I was curious, just walking into this bar. It is very rare that I come across folks that I think are worthy of this proposition I'm about to make. And she pulls a third large satchel from under her long jeans skirt that did not make it on top of the Range Rover. And it has a lock like on either side, and she like unlocks them, and she goes, "Well, are either of you familiar with the popular early 2000s magic TV show Chris Angel Mind Freak?" And she pulls out keys to a steamroller, the like a little bag of wood chips. Now these wood chips were used with the same wood chipper that Chris used on episode whatever. She like knows the whole lore, right? I was wondering if I could perhaps procure you two for a comeback season. Right? I wouldn't pick just anyone, but my friend is out back. We've got a camera, we've got the whole crew. I'm really looking for folks that mean business. And she like looks at their drinks. I'm assuming they have something with like rocks, glasses, something.
Yeah, yeah. Well, beers. They're just drinking beers at this point.
Beers. Great. I don't make this offer often. You can keep the props if you want. You know, you can see by the price tags they've been authenticated, and they have been. They're like the real deal. She... I'm so sorry.
Yeah, no, you're fine. One of them is like, wait a sec. He's like, he is not about it. He has questions. He starts trying to ask him. The other guy, though, is like, Daryl's like, I was in Vegas from a bachelor party. I saw that Chris Angel, and that was a mind freak. Like, I saw him put a whole spear through his own body and then pluck his eyeball out and eat it. And Daryl, it was just the freakiest thing I done ever seen. And I'm Daryl. See, I didn't even remember what I was saying. It was just you're Trent and I'm Daryl. My mind been freaked, man. I don't really know what I was gonna understand here. So Daryl is on board. Trent's like, you've lost your mind. I'm gonna go get another beer.
Just if you'd like to see my credentials, and this is hinged on the fact that either one of them is the slightest bit drunk, and she puts like a Chris Angel Mind Freak backstage pass on the table, right, with like a white outed on the name, and like her name has been written in, right?
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
Sure. Great.
Sure.
Mm-hmm.
He's sold. He is on board there.
You want me to roll anything?
Why don't you make a persuasion check? Yeah, to complete this adventure.
Mm-hmm.
I saw him at the Luxor. He stood on top of it, man. Like, I was there.
Crazy. Persuasion. What?
Charisma.
Can I use my charisma? I was gonna say. Ooh, nice. I have several dice for this. Wow, this is gonna be interesting. Ooh, 7 successes.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Amazing.
Yeah, it goes well.
Perfect.
Lysander, what are you up to?
I'm going to... Who is sitting at the bar? Is there anybody sitting at the bar, maybe by themselves, with a tall beer glass? I'm looking for the hoppiest IPA that I can see somebody drinking. Whenever I get close, can I do my little like Ventru bullshit to see if they are of my preferred feeding type?
And your preferred feeding type is
hippies. Whatever kind of hippie it is.
Whatever kind of hippie you got. Okay, yeah. Go ahead and make me that check, and we'll see.
Okay. It is I looked this up earlier. I think it is a resolve awareness. As odd as that combination is.
Sounds good.
Yes, resolve plus awareness. Please, for the love of God, don't fail like every other roll I've rolled today. Oh, fuck me. All 4 fucking dice are hunger dice. Cool. Tight.
You've got this. Big money, no whammies. Big money,
on,
no
buddy.
whammies.
Come on, buddy.
Jesus Christ. Okay. Not bad. 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay. Here you find a native cowboy who is he's probably a vegan for like heart reasons. you get the feeling. I'm going to give you the inside check. You succeed. You're fine. You get the feeling his wife is probably the real hippie, and like when he had heart problems, he's now on an all plant-based diet. He's drinking a Guinness, which is for him a very fancy.
Very fancy.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's not a Bud or a Bud Light. So
Yep. Is
like
he with the boys or is he kind of by himself?
he's got one friend, and it looks like they're wrapping up. Like their drinks are almost empty. They're not going to get more. They're not going for like a pitcher or anything like that. So.
Okay. I would like to, before walking over to them, I would like to get a drink for myself.
Okay.
I'll get whatever IPA they have. And then I would like to get a bucket. I would
Okay.
like to get a bucket of Bud Light.
Okay.
And I will once I get those, I will go over near them and sit down and fellas, sorry to interrupt, but I just ordered these and it looks like my friend who I was with found somebody to go home with and has bailed on me. Would either of you fellows like to help me finish this bucket that I don't feel like drinking 6 beers tonight?
Sure. Make me a persuasion check. I'll give you a bonus die for beer bribery.
That's such a good idea, dude.
To be fair, it makes sense.
Ryan, how are you gonna top this?
I'm not.
See, the problem really is that Matthew did not plan on having to deal with 4 hunger dice worth of feeding, so I'm not a nice feeder. Normally, Lysander blackmailed people into giving him their blood. So this night is not very good for him, so all 3 of my dice are hunger dice. So we'll see how this goes. Very good. A crit die and a 9. So 1
Awesome.
success and a crit.
Yeah, absolutely. They invite you in. They're happy to have you join.
Oh yeah. Then I'll start drinking with them, and no matter what they say, I am ordering more drink.
Okay.
Every time a drink is finished, I am buying another one. They drink with you for however long in this 30-minute scheme that you want. Sure.
They're not quite. You probably don't have to order that many more because it's only half an hour. It's not like they're not frat boy chugging them and they've been drinking for a minute. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
What is the payoff of your plan?
After like 1 or 2, I also want to start getting a round of shots, and
Okay.
I want to get one of them drunk enough theoretically drunk enough to maybe be sick.
Okay.
And if neither of them look like they are going to, because I need to separate them.
Sure. I got you.
And in theory, I want to go help the one that is not feeling so.
Great. Yeah. The beer drinking buddy that is not the vegetarian is gonna get sick. He fails his resolve check. Yeah, he's been drinking more. The other guy is, as soon as his friend starts to head to the bathroom, he's like, I've got to go. I can't stick around. So they're going separate directions. You can follow either one if you want.
Vegetarian, I'm hungry.
Okay.
I will give him a couple of seconds of a head start and then
Sure.
stumble after him.
Mhm.
Because I need to get him outside alone, and I might kill them.
Okay. Yeah, you get him outside. He's headed to his car. It's a smallish parking lot, but it's late in the night. Nobody's outside.
Okay. Cool. Then once he gets close-ish to his car, I will kind of fake stumble after him.
Okay.
And if I can look around while I'm exiting to make sure that we are alone,
Mm-hmm.
that would be great.
You are. You're good.
Perfect. Then once he gets to his car, I would like to follow after him, and as he starts to open it, I want to slam the door shut and cover his mouth and try and pin him against his
Okay. You want to brawl? Is that what I'm understanding?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Yeah, strength brawl or dexterity
You got
brawl.
Yeah, yeah.
If-
Dexterity would be much better.
We all know why we're here. Like Mordecai
Yeah.
has to go outside anyway. So if Lysander will allow it, he'll give them the space, but he'll just kind of walk back just to make sure there's no interference.
That
Sure.
would be cool.
You're good.
Okay, dexterity brawl. Oh, 3 successes.
Yeah, you're good. You're able to abduct him, pin him down. How much are you feeding from this man?
We won't kill him, will it?
3.
Yeah.
So
Will it like make him sick enough to have to go to the hospital? But, like, not
probably,
kill him?
yeah.
Okay, yeah, fuck it. I'll do that, and then I'll just put him in his car.
So I think it's 1, 2, or kill him. Those are
1,
your
2,
options.
or kill him.
Yeah,
okay,
those are
then
your
I will
options.
just do 2.
Okay.
I'll
So
just
2
do
it is.
2, and then I'll knock him out.
Okay. Sounds good. Da-da-da-da. Last but not least.
Before Ryan goes, I would like to say I am a bagger, so I am also only doing 2.
Okay.
And I'm making it look like this man accidentally cut himself on the chainsaw blades that he now has in his possession from Chris Angel Mind Freak. It's an authenticated sticker, like it's a whole thing.
Okay. Yeah. 100%.
Well done.
Yep. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. Yes.
Cool.
Sipping on a little Capri Sun, baby. Yum.
Awesome.
Mordecai, what do you got?
Mine is not nearly as flashy or as elaborate as everyone else's. Like mine is, I simply seeing Lysander doing what he does. He walks to the back, and I just wait for the cook to come out on a smoke break.
Okay. So
No!
officially you can a harmful drink, a sip is 3 turns, it's 1 hunger. Maximum non-harmful drink from a human is 2. It's a whole scene. And a harmful drink is 1 to 4 hunger, and they have to make a check to survive it.
Okay, then I will do that with 3.
3?
And hope he survives it.
Okay. Yeah, we'll give him this. All right. That's dropped. He does. Yeah, he survives.
Perfect.
There you go.
Well done.
All right, Mordecai, give me a brawl check.
Oh yeah. Cool. That's strength brawl.
Yeah.
I specialize in grappling. What does that help me with?
It's
I have brawl grappling.
if you're grappling, you get 2 bonus dice for a specialization.
I will take
For a
that
specialty? Yeah.
Yeah, I will. So that is strength brawl and then 2, which brings a grand total to 9 dice for me.
Yeah. Go for it.
8 successes.
Nicely done. Yes.
I'll take my 2.
Your 2. Okay.
Yeah,
Sounds
being an alley cat.
Yeah.
Predator.
Sounds good. You guys are picked up by Roberto. And as you get in the car, you all are feeling much better. Some of you are perhaps a little messy, or not, and I'd like all of you to roll me a d10.
Yes, and
4.
Okay, none of you
Five.
succeeded. Great.
Oh, good.
fantastic.
Is Michael with us?
He's not. He's not with you.
Michigan, no.
And
Damn.
Michael
well,
Phelps.
well, you guys get in the car and you realize Michael's not with you, and Roberto sort of where did this? And you see running from behind the out from behind the bar where Mordecai had just been feeding is Michael. And he is running awkwardly, like swimmers do, because their body types are not built for it.
He's not meant for the land.
Are not meant for the land. That's right. But chasing him, you recognize all the people that you've fed on, each of you individually. He's been going behind you, and draining them, and they apparently have woken up enough to chase him down, and he's running.
Michael.
He's got a bag. He's got like IV lines running. And they found me. They found me.
Poor Michael.
Michael. I'm
I
just gonna look
say-
at Roberto and say, leave him.
You know
Foot
what?
on the
I
gas.
agree with. But
Put on the gas,
God.
and then I have the is the trunk like openable from the back seat?
It's a
Or a
pain, but
door.
sure, yeah, you could, yeah. Go ahead. Yeah, I'll let you.
I have Chris Angel Mind Freak memorabilia spilling out from under my skirt, but like I am like immediately opening something while I'm hoping Roberto, foot on the gas, begins to drive so that Michael can launch himself into
Okay.
the Range Rover.
With the door open so that Michael can. Yes, he does. He comes.
With
he
his
comes
swimmer's legs.
with his swimmer's legs, and so he gets a hold of it, and his feet are kind of dragging. They can't chase him very fast. Like they've all lost at least a couple of like a pint or more of blood. Like they are not in any condition to be okay. Michael gets into the car. And he starts like army crawling over the seats to try to get back to the front, and it is very awkward.
Mordecai just takes one like arm on his like collar and just like kind of tosses him in the front seat.
Okay.
Nice tight spiral.
Yeah. And while we are leaving these poor people in our wake, so we've got the Chris Angel Mind Freak memorabilia.
Yeah.
I was just gonna say that, Scribe. I throw a small bag of orange juice boxes
Oh.
and those like singular packaged cookies out of the trunk before I close it.
Okay.
Oh, sweet lord.
Yep.
I'm a bagger. I literally go to blood banks all the time. I know how this works.
Yes.
It's courtesy.
It is a courtesy. Michael begins trying to explain, and for brevity, his fangs are not sharp enough to pierce skin. So he has to sort of bag blood the way Mo does, the way Blue Roman does. So we are gonna take a break. We're gonna be back in 10 minutes. I think we'll probably go to midnight, and we'll look at the second stop of this journey.
His
and
head
the
shake
way.
is just so much for Michael.
All right, we are going to be back in just about 10 minutes. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We will see you then. But until then, stay tuned. Welcome back, everybody. We are Random Encounter Productions. I'm Cody Stone. With me tonight, we have...
Hi, I'm Mo. I'm playing Blue Roman. She's doing her best.
I'm Matthew, and I'm playing Lysander, the Ventru that's better than all of you.
Hi, I'm Megan, and I'm playing the stunning Melly, the Toreador.
Hi, I'm Ryan. I'm playing the Bruja, and I just don't care anymore.
And Michael.
And Michael.
Michael.
And
Special
Michael.
guest Michael.
Then there's Mike.
Then there's
Soon to be
Mike.
prison Mike for sure.
The worst part about prison was the Dementors.
Oh, 30 years in Azkaban.
You guys, you make it to a safe house set up by Roberto along the path, and you do go to ground for the night. I don't think any of you have any damage that you need to heal, so you are good as far as that goes. As you wake in the morning, or in the evening, I apologize, as the sun begins to set once more, I would like all of you to roll your hunger checks.
Succeeded.
Okay.
Yeah.
And poor Ryan is frozen in a menacing appearance.
Oh god.
Oh,
Yeah,
Ryan.
that
Oh,
is,
no.
Oh no,
That
right.
is a moment, my dude.
Buddy.
Yeah. Well, I don't want to click on it. It's just gonna make it bigger. So, great. So, you guys are making it. You're on the second half of the journey. You probably have had words with Michael. How are you guys feeling hunger-wise? Do any of you need to hunt again?
I don't.
I don't suspect
I
you
can
do.
slake off the hunger.
Yeah. There you go. You're back. Nice. Welcome
Cool.
back. I did not suspect so, which is great. You guys make it past Albuquerque. You guys you've started a good journey on the second half of the way. And you are what? Don't do that. Don't do that, Matt. You guys are traveling along I-40. And there is a long stretch of just flat, empty road as you pass just a long series of nothing. Occasionally lights pass by, and there is a you know that Roberto's needing to stop soon, and you can sort of look over and see the gas gauge as it begins to weather its way back down. And as he is getting ready to pull off of the highway, actually before that, you can see the lights in the distance of the coming truck stop. It looks small. I'll actually take wits awareness checks from all of you. Okay. 4, 5, 7, and 2. It is at a distance. You guys can tell a couple of things. One, Blue Roman, you can absolutely note that this is one of those truck stops that has, it's an old gas station. This is a gas station that probably served like Route 66 back in the day, or actually it's not because it's too far away. It's old, is the point that I am attempting to make here. It is a larger building. It is not a branded like Texaco Mobile or anything like that. It is like it has a sign, but the plastic of it is sort of broken. You can also tell that the off-ramp goes up, and there's the long road. Everybody can sort of see that. And you can see the building, and it looks like, in an odd way, a place that Blue Roman would fit in. You can it's got like, it's a big like knick-knack shop, right? But Blue, you notice something else. A mile or two down the road, on the horizontal, you can see the lights of what looks like maybe one or two trailers. This is one of those in the dead center of nowhere gas stations. You think the people that work at it probably live there, right? Everybody else can make out the place, can see the sign, all of those sort of things. Blue's kind of the one that sees the trailers out to the side. It's all up on sort of the biggest elevation you guys have seen in a while. Definitely a Florida hill or a Florida mountain. But as that truck stop just starts to come into view, you're probably looking at maybe 3 miles away. The blinding light of those super bright white halogen style lights just comes beaming in through the rear of the Range Rover. The tint blunts it a little bit, and it is a thick mirror tint, but not enough. And you quickly realize why, as the roar of this engine getting up to speed and actually exceeding the 85 miles an hour that Roberto was probably cruising at. This truck is raised, and you know that purely by the position of these floodlights. Any of you that try to turn and get a better look, you can make a wits awareness check, but to do so, I would need a resolve endurance, resolve something to not go blind. I need a character.
Resolve stamina?
Yes, resolve stamina.
Okay.
I'll look. I'll see what I can.
Okay.
3 successes on the resolve stamina.
Okay. Yeah. So you can look back and you can make the wits awareness test if you get more than 2 successes on the resolve stamina. You can look back without being blinded. Good. You're good.
I feel like I should be looking since I was the one that like.
Yeah.
4 successes on the resolve, and then 3. It's a critical and a success on my wits awareness.
Okay.
I got 6 on resolve and then 3.
Okay.
I got 4 on my wits awareness.
Okay.
2 on the wits awareness.
Okay. Easy enough for all of you to see, because the truck's lights begin to dim just a little bit as the first impact of the truck hits the back of it. You can see that there is a heavy pusher's grill. It is an older Ford F-150, very big truck. You can tell from the engine block that this is different, and it's not trying to push you off the road. Roberto handles the impact expertly and begins to try to avoid this guy. And he's doing a pretty good job. But at one moment, there is a second impact. and you all feel the front passenger side and then the rear passenger side tire both hit a deep ditch. And there is the sound of metal scraping and popping, and suddenly the car is not tilted, but it's rolling on two broken rims. They are dented in. So every rotation it is right, and you're starting to see the metal of the metal sparks as the rubber tears away, beginning to scrape into the road, and they sort of fly back and shoot along the passenger side of the car. And the truck, as soon as it sees this, just pulls around you guys and continues driving down the road.
The fuck it does.
What would you like to do?
Are we just gonna let that happen?
There's not much we can do at the moment. We can go pick up the car and just keep going for it.
I mean, this can't drive.
Damaged rims are a very difficult thing to drive on. I will have to. Hopefully, that station up there is someplace that we can get new tires, or I don't know.
Hey, what the fuck's your name? Lancelot, Langdon, Lyra.
Alexander?
There we go. Do you have your gun?
Yeah.
Shoot the tires.
Ugh, fine. I will. Are they like just pulling away, or are they like? Does it look like they're about to? The car that hit us and left is about to pull up and pull into the place that the gas station.
There's a stretch of distance between you and the gas station. You can wait and see if they do that, or you can start shooting at them effectively now.
It's up
I'm
to you.
annoyed. I will begin shooting at their tires.
Yeah.
Okay.
We took our tires, we're gonna take theirs. What? This is how this works.
So, specialty gives you how many dice?
2.
Perfect. So 8 dice total.
Great.
For my
Are we-
pistols.
Are we still in motion? Like, are we still moving, or are we?
You tell me. I'm giving you guys the benefit of doing these things as so you've hit the ditch.
Yeah.
You've slowed. You almost spun out and you almost flipped the truck, the Range Rover, just on that, right? Because you were doing like 85 and suddenly 2
Yeah.
blowouts. You know what I mean? So you've dropped speed very fast. You're probably down around 30, if any. You know what I mean?
Okay.
And decelerating, and the truck is on its way out. I'm saying Lysander can get in the shots before he's left the effective range.
Got you.
And then as soon as we do that, if there's something you would like to do, you can absolutely do that.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 successes and a crit.
Okay, absolutely. Yeah. Which tires are you shooting at?
I want to take out both of their back tires.
Absolutely. Okay.
They're in front of us, so those are the easiest to go for.
Yeah. They are. We'll say that they're pulling around your side, Lysander. Are you sitting on the passenger driver side? It's up to you.
I was sitting on the passenger side, is kind of how I
Fine.
had imagined it originally. Okay.
Perfect. No, yeah, all good. You so it is a harder shot then,
Sure.
but you with 8 successes, more than enough to hit both tires. It's just more impressive because you're bobbing with the right.
Oh yeah, man.
Part of the way out of the window, you line up the shot. The 4 rounds squeeze off, and the loud cacophony of those just blend right in with the tearing metal and asphalt being ripped up. You hit the back tires. I am going to give their driver a drive check to see, because he's doing like 80, to see if he doesn't flip his car.
I hope they die.
We were taking their tires, so.
And also, one of my convictions is eye for an eye. So
There you go.
Ooh, yes.
So he fails. The first shot cripples the truck, and it begins to spin. You hit the second one, and the drive of it just sends it spinning back the other side, and then it tumbles end over end, sort of laying across the street. You see Roberto brings it to a stop. It's maybe, I don't know, 400 feet away from you guys. The wreck hasn't caught fire yet. Cars rarely actually do that. But even from here, you can smell motor oil and gas and sort of a burning scent. It is an older F-150. You don't think it's going to like burst into flames or explode. You don't know, but it you can smell the destruction of it even from here.
Oh, good.
well, we have 2 new tires we can go get.
If they fit, I mean, these are specialty size, but let's at least look at it.
Be an optimist, Roberto. Come on. She hops out of the car. She's on her way.
I think he's already doing good. The fact that we, just didn't lose our axle, and you're not going over there alone. So let's go take a look. See.
Oh yeah, this wasn't a point of pride.
Yeah,
By the way.
absolutely, absolutely.
Blue, would you like to join us?
Yeah, for sure.
That's
Come on, Michael.
Go.
I mean, all right. Nobody's wondering what we hit.
A ditch?
A ditch.
Michael sort of.
Do you think
Michael
we hit something else?
looks back, and he looks off to the sides, and you guys sort of piece together what he's looking at. There's no rain drainage ditch on the sides of this road, and Roberto didn't drive off the road. He was on the road the whole time.
Oh no.
So,
Yeah,
what did we hit?
we hit a pit.
What does that mean?
We hit a trap.
Matthew knows, I think. And I'm very nervous if that's accurate. Yeah, is there anything in the ground still?
You've driven away from it. They're kind of
okay,
far
like
apart. So
A significant distance. Okay,
and it's on the ground and it's dark, right? And you're kind of looking. You can see where that is. You can't make out specifics about it from this distance, unless you guys have some form of like farsight, eagle eye, magic voodoo, right?
I would like. I don't know. I don't know if this will like. I don't know if this will do anything.
Okay.
But I can definitely try.
Okay.
I'm gonna use my Auspex ability and
Okay.
sense the unseen.
Okay.
Right?
Sure.
Do you want me to read it?
No, I get the
Okay.
basic idea. Since the unseen is not going to help you see further away to that pit, but what you do see is at this distance probably nothing. Nothing that would be seen by sense the unseen. You can leave that up if you would like. I don't know if it takes a rouse check. If it does, go ahead and make that. Great.
It's passive. Like
That's-
it lasts for.
Awesome. So you guys are heading to the truck?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, now I kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. You guys head to the truck. You take Michael with you.
If he wants to go check out the ditch, he can go check out the ditch.
Well, you guys said to come with him. Like Michael's gotten in trouble enough by going on his own, so wherever you tell him to go.
Is Roberto staying to look at the ditch?
No, Roberto is looking at his tires.
Okay.
Oh, poor guy.
Then Michael can stay with Roberto, but
Okay.
he's got to be with someone.
Okay, so they stay together. Roberto's looking at just the difficulty it's going to be to get these rims off, because they are dented and cracked. Like he's wondering if he's cracked an axle. Like he's wondering if the car can drive. You guys head to the truck. As you are making your way up there, you can hear dripping, and initially you're worried if it is some form of gas or motor oil. Very quickly you can tell that it is blood. As the truck sits upside down, there are two people in the truck, and both strapped in with racing seatbelts, so like over the shoulder.
Oh, the 6 points.
Seatbelts. Yeah.
Okay.
The glass is shattered, and you can tell that the blood is dripping mostly from the spray of shattered glass. There are no airbags on this. It is an older full metal F-150. Looks like the grill was added onto it later. They are unconscious and slowly dripping blood onto the car is upside down. Smoke pours up from the engine.
Do the two remaining tires look even remotely salvageable and like they're maybe the same-ish size? I'm not a car person, so I don't expect to like.
Right. At a glance, they're very different tires. They're thick rubber, heavy tread. You're not sure. Maybe.
Okay.
I mean, you can take one. It'll
It'll at least show us if it'll fit or not.
I'll
I'll begin trying to take the tire off of the
That's
car.
fine. That's fine.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Before we continue, I would just like to say that I started it in the car. This ritual I'm working on takes 15 minutes, though. How much time has passed since we were in the car until now? Like 5 minutes?
Sure.
Okay, cool. So it's like a third of the way done. So Blue is purposely trying to keep an eye on what is going on, but actively has a small hot pot plugged into a power bank that hangs on her belt with like a pot on top, and she's mixing something.
It's fine.
It's very like cottagecore witch that is experiencing technology for the first time vibes.
Amazing.
Like
Amazing.
So,
Absolutely.
This is my two cents. Why don't we just take the truck?
The one that's
wind-
flipped?
Well,
it's like on its head, right?
we can always move it on its head.
Right.
But it's also dripping motor oil, is it not?
And what's the point? It's a pickup truck. Where are we gonna sleep? Like,
It's called a bed for a reason, dear.
oh no.
But
Uh,
I would rather, instead of dealing with a cracked axle, we might need to go talk to Roberto on that one.
let's flip it over, see what we can see.
If anyone has mechanics of any kind, you are welcome to roll those. Otherwise, a flat intelligence check.
I have technology and 2 in drive.
Yeah, I've got drive.
Drive.
I will give you. I'll let you roll 1 dice from drive. 1 die from drive. So you know something of cars. You can add your intellect, or I know most of you are better with wits. I'll let you do wits if you would like. It is a little more perceptive. We're just trying to assess the truck.
I don't know.
Can I use Streetwise?
It would have to be intelligence then.
Okay. Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. 3?
3 successes on wits drive.
Okay. Good. Yeah.
3 on intelligence Streetwise.
Okay. Between the two of you, you can piece together the truck is probably only leaking because it's upside down. The impact was not to the front end and was mostly damaged on the rear and on the cab. But so the engine is probably functional. The rear tires are absolutely shredded. You'll have to get new tires no matter what.
Okay.
You can kind of piece together that these are not going to be the same tires as a 2022 Range Rover with, raised axle, like all of that
Sure.
nonsense. You can flip the car over. It does give you an option to drive if it's easier to find tires for that than it is to find for the Range Rover. Right. So that is a good option for you guys. It is, just to let you know, it is just about midnight. You've got maybe 7 hours till sunup. 6 or 7 hours. Okay? You check with Roberto. The rims are shredded. He can't tell if the axle's cracked or not. He'd have to get underneath there. And right now, they are so bent out of shape that, he's going through the tire changing process of jacking it up, pulling them off. Like that, it's a lengthy pain in the ass process.
The two people that are inside this truck.
Yeah.
You said that they are unconscious and
Yeah.
they are bleeding because of the explosion of glass.
Yes.
What do they look like? Are they moving? Are they fully unconscious?
They are out cold right now.
Okay.
If you have any bit of medicine, you can discern. Go ahead if you want to make that roll. They are out cold. They look injured. They are very different looking people. One of them is just a very white bread, middle of the country, Midwestern, good old corn husking farm boy. Right. And the other one is this young black woman who has cornrows plaited in her hair and the sort of Jamaican hair wrap, the like vacation bead wrap
Okay.
going on.
Mm-hmm.
She's got that going on.
She got anything else going on?
Her jeans are super tight. She's in a white tank top. Her shoes are not. They are fashionable sneakers, not boots.
You pregnant?
No.
Okay.
Good. No, because I was
Matthew and I had a
like,
theory.
Yeah, I was like, I swear to God, it's gonna be some dude trying to get his pregnant wife to a hospital, and I just shot their tires out.
To be fair, they ran us off the road. I don't care, but
Yeah.
Does Bloodhound give me anything in this?
What does
Being able
Bloodhound
to
do?
smell- Bloodhound lets me smell any resonance in their blood without having to taste it.
Well, they're unconscious now, but I will go ahead and give it to you that the resonance they were experiencing was, I'm not sure which one it is, but there's one of like adrenaline and thrill seeking.
Mm-hmm.
That one.
This was. It was date night. This was
Oh.
planned.
Well, maybe they should plan better.
I want to go check out the ditch. Anyone out for a walk?
Yeah.
We got some time while Roberto jacks up the trucks.
You guys make your way to the back, and you see this ditch is deep. It's about 3 feet deep. It is painted in such a, maybe 2 feet. It's deep. It's painted in such a way that the lines of the road stick with it. And it is only on one side. You get the feeling that if it was on both sides, it would cause a sort of front end collision into the road, maybe flip the vehicle, would be much more of a death, or
Sure.
greater chance of death, right? One of the other things that you notice is that in the U of the ditch, this is you're driving this way, about a quarter of the way down, there is buried, cemented, this V of metal that's about 4 or 5 inches long, and you can see where the impact is. And this is solid steel, a little old, a little rusted, but like a thick, heavy gauge. And you can see that that is what crumpled the rim, combined with the speed.
So this is a speed trap put up to fuck up your car so that you have to stop at the shop?
Uh-huh.
Cool. Let's go. She kind of looks at this and goes, okay. All right, then. She turns around and starts heading for the trailers.
Okay.
Do we want to do anything about the unconscious people in that truck? I mean, I'm glad to just eat if one of them is vegan. And
I can
just
tell you
leave them
they're-
for dead.
Neither one of them are probably vegan. I can tell you that one for sure.
Gross. Well, unless do you guys have anything to that you would like to do with them, or do we just leave them to wake up when and if they wake up?
I could eat.
Okay. Anyone else? Okay. So, real quick, Melly, you are not waiting for them. You are walking out towards the. You're. So you see the gas station. You haven't had the trailers pointed out to you.
Going to the gas station.
Going to the gas station. Great. She's walking up the road to the gas station. Mordecai, you can messy feed and slake to 0. It is a stain on your humanity.
I've got brutal feed
Okay.
as a Bruja.
Yeah.
What that lets me do is it's typically used in combat.
Yep.
But I could also
Feed
just
much quicker.
I could also just quickly drain them.
Great. Nice. Okay. So yeah.
It says I could do whatever I want because I'm a Bruja.
Yep.
It says I can do the thing.
That is
Yeah,
how.
I don't
That's
know.
Do it fast.
Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. That's how that works.
Mhm.
Are you killing both of them?
I'm killing the driver.
Okay. You're killing the driver.
Killing the driver. The passenger, whether it was just a victim of circumstance or a wrong place, wrong time, it's sending a message
Okay.
of this.
Okay. Sounds good. As you drop your hunger to 0.
Yeah.
Nice.
For the first time in a long time, you have you do not feel the hunger, and it is in just the briefest of moments the weight of your action does rest upon you. And absolutely, this person has brought it upon themselves. It is an act of justice. But at 0 hunger is when you feel the most like your old self. And it is in this instance that you recognize the distance that you have traveled to what you once were. Blue Roman, what are you up to? I think your ritual is done cooking.
So listen. I roll a few dice
Okay.
for this.
Great.
I ended up with 2 potions
Okay.
of this because I crit on my roll.
Great.
And I'm gonna give one. This is probably like such a bad idea. I think I'm gonna give one to Lysander.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'm not gonna tell you what it does.
Great. I love it when witches give me things. Cool, thank you, and I will put it in my fanny pack.
That is.
I'll tell you, it's a black potion. Looks like ink.
Okay,
Okay.
cool.
And I will tell you, she is like looking at you like, just so you know, you can't use this potion. This is if like something happens to me and I like lose control of my arms or something. Like feed me that because I'm gonna have mine in my pocket and I don't want anybody like frisking me for it. So you can't exactly use it. You're just my backup plan.
Great.
And she like winks to like put you down a peg. Just
Great. Mordecai, I have a present for you.
Oh, fantastic! No, being handed strange things by witches is things that Ryan say on a daily basis. Yes, absolutely.
Here you go. You can be her backup plan, and I will
Alright.
give you
Oh.
this potion.
unfortunately,
yeah.
Mordecai, the
Unfortunately,
backup plan was gonna work because unfortunately I think the only one of you that I could potentially lift would be Lysander. So
oh, this.
I'm a weak
no.
girly, I'm not gonna lie.
Fine. And I will take the potion back and begrudgingly put it into my
All right,
fanny pack.
perfect.
Never had to
Perfect,
have any
great.
fun.
Fanny pack buddies, right?
Yep.
Great.
Okay. I know that Melly is well on her way, and gaining distance. You guys are just gonna run to catch up with her.
Yes.
Great.
Yeah.
And you are leaving Roberto and Michael behind.
Roberto is super capable. I trust Roberto.
So true. We'll, I can just call back. We'll be back. We're going to go figure out why people are setting traps for us. And then I'll just call that back to him
Okay.
as we go to catch up with Melly, just so that he knows where we are.
Yeah, absolutely. And yeah, he acknowledges it. You guys catch up with Melly, and you are making the mile or so, a couple of mile walk. You can see the lights in the distance of both trucks and accidents. But no cars come by. No cars even come by the other direction, you notice. As you make it to the on-ramp, you start the ascent, a little bit of the hike. The building of this place looks sort of like it's got big, high windows. It kind of reminds you of like a Toys R Us, like in size, or like a Best Buy, like a big standalone store. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
It's very brightly lit from the inside. Halogen lights hanging down. there is a gas pump. There are two old metal, like round-faced gas gauges, and then beneath those, the slightly newer, like the old clock ticker gas track. You know, the gas hangs off the sides of the pump instead of off the face of it. There's a woman sitting out front. She's by the door, smoking a cigarette, and she sees you walking up and goes, "Y'all all right? Had a spot of trouble?"
Yes, I'm so sorry. We've had an accident.
Well, that's no good. What can we do for you?
Well, first of all, I hate to be rude, but I am allergic, so if you could put that cigarette out, that'd be great. Like, she stopped.
Okay, and she looks at you in a this city bitch sort of way. She takes one last long drag,
I don't look.
drops it on the ground, and crushes it, and then as she exhales, the cloud of smoke between you sort of obstructs her for just a moment, and then
All I need.
yeah.
No, like, I stopped well enough back because aversion to fire.
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
once it was ground out, she'll start working back again.
Okay. Yeah, all right. Well, y'all need come on inside, get something to drink or eat or what have you. And
It's awful late. What are you doing up?
well, 24-hour, I ain't do much but sell gas and occasionally a knick-knack or a bric-a-brac or a quick snack.
That's all rhyme. That's wonderful. You have a way with words. It's poetry, really.
When you say that, she sort of you see her sort of smell something. Oh, thank you. That's very kind of you. And she opens the door and starts to go into the store.
I perceive something.
Yeah,
What the
absolutely.
fuck is going on?
Let me see what is happening
Yeah, like, can I do a check on her?
with my special eyes.
My brand. Can I do like an insight check on her?
Yeah, yeah. Go for it.
I still have my sense the unseen is like always doing a thing.
Mhm.
So like, but Blue's a little bit out of sorts. Like the clanking of the ingredients things that she's like putting them away and trying to like spray them off with like a water bottle before she like dumps them back in her satchel. It's making a lot of noise. I apologize.
And while we were walking up, just because I don't like showing that I get hurt, and I have a feeling that we are going to, just the way that this is all set up is just screaming mundane ambush. Lysander is going to try and activate his toughness.
Okay.
It lasts for a scene.
Sure.
And it just requires a rouse check.
Go
but
for
it.
it.
Is something that I wanted to at least
Yeah.
mention ahead.
Yeah. As you are getting closer, go for it. Toughen it up.
Critical success.
Nicely done.
That might be something that I also wanted to. I might.
It's a
seeing-
fortitude.
Yeah, but seeing Lysander kind of like straighten the tie, so to speak. I think that's what I do the rouse check for prowess, and just it's just the snap of the fingers. One breaks by accident, and he sets it back, and then just kind of just gets that rolling. That's also a rouse check, just a D10, right?
What
It's a 9, so.
what did you get, Meg?
One success. Yeah.
Okay, one success. she seems friendly and genuinely has like a genuine bit of care. But you can tell that she's a little excited and a little confused. Not in like a sexy way, but in like a
Oh, damn.
I mean-
Interacting with people.
a little bit, but you guys, you're not quite sure. That's as far as you got. She walks behind the counter, and as you guys are now entering the place, there are rows and rows of T-shirts and candies and all of that sort of stuff. Most of it looks off-brand. There's a couple of aisles that look like it's homemade stuff, like kettle corn and popcorn and other sort of snacks like that. The refrigerators for drinks look like they're out of the 60s. You know what I mean? A lot of the stuff here is very old. And she has the bodega stand, line up there. And playing on the radio is this the first words you hear you think is a sermon, but as you listen to the content,
Fuck.
it is not Christian, and it is no sermon that you have ever heard. But the delivery of it is very similar, and it is, "My flock, I know that out in the world you have been led astray, but here within the earshot of my voice you will know salvation through the ministrations of Daddy Dorian." That's right.
I mean,
Those temptations that you feel are righteous. They are holy. They are something to be embraced. And as she looks back, she notices you guys sort of like, what the hell is that? She's like, "Oh, have y'all never heard of Daddy Dorian?"
I
No.
wish I
No.
had sooner.
Oh,
No, but I'd love to hear more.
Oh, yeah, no, this one is one of my favorites. He goes on about the evils of celibacy for just so long.
right? Yeah.
All
Is
right,
he-
yeah. Where is there an open set of chairs?
There's some off to the side and on the back. You can see them. You can grab them if you want.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
Is Daddy Dorian a local figure, or is he, I don't know, supposed to be bigger than that?
Oh, well, I know that he, I think back in Tennessee he ran a ministry some years ago, but there were reports of something shut down his church, and then he started doing this here radio show. But in recent years, since the pandemic hit, he been doing those, what you call them, podcasts, which you get on the apples, right? And and different bits like that. So he's a bit of a minor celebrity. Sometimes people come from around once they heard the mighty word, and like to meet him. I actually, in fact, do have, and I'm very proud of this, I do have a rack of Daddy Dorian merchandise.
Can we see it?
Okay, Cody.
Oh, absolutely.
Cody, listen. Cody, listen. I'm from Tennessee. Blue
Uh-huh.
is from Tennessee. what are the chances that I either know who this man is, or I have stumbled upon and acquired his merch from the local thrift community?
You know what? It's gonna be a tough. It's gonna be a tough reach.
All right.
But what sort of, I don't know, merchandise buying skill do you want to roll to see if you have something of his?
Oh, gosh. I mean, my academics, my specialty is research.
Okay.
So would that be acceptable? Just like the gathering of
Sure.
information? I mean, this man has a lot to give.
Sure.
And that's like my Tremere, my whole thing is like, give me the info. You know?
Yeah. Go for it.
Daddy
Cool.
Dorian, the cozy. Daddy Dorian, the mug. Daddy Dorian, the flame.
Can I roll that with intelligence?
Sure.
That's a
Go
yep.
for it.
All right.
But you know what there isn't? There's no Daddy Dorian condoms. No, sir.
There are shirts, and what'd you get?
5 successes.
Okay.
No crits.
No crits. I will say you have heard of him. You have not. You do not own anything of his. He is a bit of. From what you understand, he used to be a very like fire and brimstone alt-right sort of preacher, and some point in the last, you don't know when, some point his message changed, and it's a little more cultish than his followers like to admit.
So you're saying he went from Father Dorian to Daddy Dorian?
Yep.
Wow.
But yeah, there are shirts of him, and they're the old like iron-on shirts that are like super plastic and are they look weird kind of on the shirt, like where it's blank.
Mm-hmm.
But he has a shaved head, a sharp jaw. He wears black sort of aviator glasses, and he has a undone preacher collar on his shirt.
That's great. Do I recognize him?
You can all make intelligence. If you have any sort of, I don't know, etiquette or society or something about
Yes, I do.
vampires.
What about politics?
Yeah, politics is good.
Oh, good. Yeah.
Because a Bruja with the point in politics is just funny to me.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you got to know the system to take it down.
Exactly. 4 successes with a possible messy crit.
Okay.
3 successes.
1 success.
Yes, Mo?
What are the chances if I know this man is cultish? Would I know any of the practices?
I don't know. It depends on what you rolled.
Ah.
Oh, okay. That's a. Can I? So, I don't know if this counts. So I actually forgot that one of my merits, I picked the stunning trait, so I'm very pretty.
Okay.
So I get to add 2 to all appropriate social dice pools. Can I like ask around some of the folks on the edge to like help
What folks?
buff this? The folks. The folks.
There's no folks here. There's just her.
Just her.
What? Just
Yeah.
her? There's wait.
Where do you think we are right now?
There's nobody like listening to him? I thought there was.
No, just her.
It's on a radio, dear.
On a radio. Oh my god, I thought he was here.
Radios are small boxes, and
I got
you can
so excited.
you can hear from other places.
I I'm so excited to see this man.
Transit sounds.
Wow.
Distances.
Sorry, I
have
heard
the
Daddy Dorian, and
technology.
clearly my mind just blanked.
I genuinely thought you were gonna try to talk to the t-shirts because they had faces on them.
The
hold-
iron-on patch.
I have
What a
sensed the
Hello.
unseen on. Can I talk to the faces on the shirt?
Way to multi-class into Malkavian, though, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
No. All right.
Take the gem out of the girl.
Never
what
mind.
can I say?
I take it back. I take it back.
Okay. There was 4, right?
Hi, me. Yes.
Yes.
I did not expect to know anything about this man. But
You don't know anything about the man, but what you
Fantastic.
do know is this. This reminds you of a nodist. It reminds you of a devout Canaanite, and it reminds you of a member of the ministry, which is a clan whose bane is encouraging and tempting people into breaking not only the masquerade but their personal codes.
Oh man. All right. I've seen these kinds. I've heard of these kinds before. I mean, I can't say I like completely disagree with them, but it's definitely a breach. Like, like there are some things that like even we or I wouldn't do, and these guys take the book and like throw it at your head because they don't give a shit.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
any chance we could get the our car fixed?
Well, yeah. Let me see. What happened? What do y'all need?
You know, it's so funny that you should ask. It seems that this car just ran us off the road.
Well, that's not very nice of them.
No, it's not.
Well, what kind of car do you have?
Well, it's got at the moment 2 wheels, and no good way to steer them. Do you have a mechanic around, or?
Yeah. There's Well, here, come here. I'll show you. I don't buy it. Or you want me to just call the mechanic? Because I'll call Bob. I'll call Bobby up, but he's gonna ask you the same questions I'm gonna ask you first.
Yeah, no, I can go with you. That's totally fine.
All right. Yeah. Yeah. Don't steal nothing.
I'll do my best.
She leads you out the back of the store, and she goes there, and next to the store, and sort of, you won't see it from the road, you won't see it from the direction you're coming, there is like a little mechanic shed. It's got like a car lift on it and that sort of stuff. And well, your chaos is in full swing, Tristan, and as you're walking over, she heads towards the shed, and she picks up she picks up this like landline phone, and she just hits the clicker, hits it a couple of times, like, Bobby, we got some people that are stuck up here. Come on out, Bobby. And as you come up, she hangs up, and she points out, and she goes, well, your car looked like any of them. And you see there is like a junkyard stacked with vehicles.
Huh. And they all have very similar problems to ours?
What is your awareness?
don't know.
What's
Oh,
your
2?
2? Well, and what's your wits? I'm not going to make you roll. I just want to see.
2.
Okay. Not all of them. There are a variety, but enough have that for it to be definitely suspicious.
It's less that and more just who asked that question? Oh, does it look something like these mages? Like what the you know what I mean? Okay.
Oh my God, Chris Angel?
Chris
I'm on
Angel?
the roof. I'm on the roof. He put me on the roof.
As you
Okay.
cast, if you want to see if there is an actual Range Rover out there, you can roll for that in specific.
No.
No.
No. I'm more focused on her and the direction that Bobby might be coming in
Okay.
or from.
Yeah. Me-
God, I hope you're not statting them out right now. That would be hell. So this is an awfully isolated little spot you have. You must not get a lot of business.
No, we don't get a lot of business. We don't actually, get much in the way of like transactions or anything like that. But we do all right.
Do you?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
What?
Ooh. Can I?
What do they accept if it's not money?
Can I? Without is there? I'm panicking. I know that there is an ability to do this, but without the ability, is there a way for me to check and see if this bitch kind or kindred?
Ooh. Is that an Auspex ability?
There's a something on it.
I would think like a wits awareness or an insight check. Or if you have Auspex, I'll let you roll Auspex in
I do
place
not.
of one of those. I think you're kind of just
Guessing.
sense the beast. Vampire can
Yeah.
sense the beast present in mortals, vampires, and other supernatural, gaining a sense of their nature, hunger, and hostility. So that's a animalism ability.
And I don't have it, so
No, so you can just make a. I'll take either insight or wits awareness.
okay. It's the same thing either way.
Okay. Yeah.
2 successes.
Okay. She is alive. She is not kindred. You've been around enough kindred and you have seen the blush of life, even the best blush of life, unless powered by like obfuscate. You would expect her, unless there were other powers at play that were enhancing it. She seems alive.
Oh, thank God.
I mean, she's not a ghoul. Let's all calm down.
Well, she might be a ghoul.
Or a something.
Yeah, she is very alive. And
See, and then, the twist is they have nothing to do with vampires whatsoever. They're just a serial killer couple, and we stumbled into the wrong building.
All right.
So we're doing a service.
as you are sort
You're
of
welcome.
looking her over, she once again sort of
What is she What is that? I'm sorry, that was Megan. Now, I'm sorry, is my perfume bothering you?
Oh, honey, that is no perfume. That is just all you. And I am intoxicated by it. I'm so sorry. That's inappropriate of me. But I
yes, but it doesn't mean it's unwelcome.
Well, good. You wouldn't You wouldn't mind if I got a little closer smell, would you?
Hi, Melly. Melly, real quick. Real fast. Just, can I, do you have a restroom we can borrow?
Oh yeah,
Perhaps?
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah?
Yeah, it's in the back left corner over there.
Right.
Now, we got some private ones, and then we got your classic boys and your girls.
Right.
Right.
The
So,
family one will do just fine. The private family one. With
Half
like
of this
big-
building
all
is
right,
bathrooms.
all right. Yeah, you can. Yeah, that's fine. Just
Right.
if you see the candles burning, you let them burn. All right.
Got it.
Yep.
Right. Hey, Melly, let's go freshen up real quick. You know, you do smell awful nice. And she's like yanking you by your wrist to the
All
bathroom.
right. Yeah, and I'm just gonna look back at
You never asked.
Grandma-
She never answered.
I know, Grandma Methuselah, and say, sorry, I'm gonna go powder my nose, wink,
Yeah.
and go to the bathroom.
Just as you guys are hitting the door to go back to the bathroom, you both of you have made enough wits awareness checks. I'm not going to make you keep rolling that. You can see and hear what sound like four-wheelers or dirt bikes coming up from what Melly would know is the junkyard.
Crap. All right. Snap decision. Right? I'm just thinking. I do have a ritual. It'll take a few minutes, right? But if you just let me get like a pint of her blood, I can get her to tell whatever. Like, I can get her to tell us whatever. You know, just like hold her down, whatever. I don't really care. We can drag her around back. She's being so creepy.
I don't think we
I
have.
think she deserves it.
I don't think we
personally.
have 10 minutes. So if you
Well-
could just do me a solid.
We
Did anybody else
do something crazy?
Did anybody else come out with us, or was it just the two of us?
Just the two of you. And now you guys are like, you're back in the store. Gentlemen, what have you been up to while this has been happening? Anything in particular?
Making
I have a
out.
crazy plan.
Crazy Ivan?
I've been doing kind of the same thing she has, and just kind of like, if she keeps like, I wanted to get a bloodhound sent on her before she left, but Melly kind of took her away a little bit.
Yeah.
I just need to be within olfactory. I need to be within olfactory senses
I-
of her. I'm not
I
sure
don't
if
mi-
I am.
I don't mind telling you her like resonance is similarly like she's excited. This is a thrill. It's the kind of excitement of like getting to meet a celebrity or a surprise, right? When like if you were working at a store and somebody famous walked in, you'd be like, "Oh my god!" Right? It's that sort of
But
feeling.
this is a hit of adrenaline. Like, this isn't just like, oh, I'm happy to see a customer. This is somebody like, oh, we have somebody here. Like,
Yes, yeah. It is beyond the
Oh,
a person showed up.
oh, fantastic. Cool. She's onto us. Awesome.
While they've been in the back, I am just looking around the store because this woman is so fucking creepy. I want to know if she's just a mundane serial killer.
Okay.
So I'm
Where's the
just
knife
looking
for us?
around.
Mundane.
Well, like, because we live in a very non-mundane world.
I
But
mean,
if this
how
is ju-
boring can you
if
be?
if these are just kind serial killers, I'm not terribly worried.
If this is just a
But if
Texas
it's
Chainsaw
like-
Massacre house,
exactly.
God.
But if she's, because I haven't like checked to see if she's kindred, but if she is kindred and is some weird kindred that just wants to kill us, I want to know that. Or if she's something else that I don't quite know, I want to kind of check on that. So I'm like
Sure.
nosying around the store.
Where would you like? You want to nosy inside? Mm-hmm. Great. Where?
If for the first the first 30 seconds or so, I want to be up towards the front register area.
Okay.
And then if it sounds like they're not coming back in the next couple of minutes, I want to try and get into an office.
Okay. You'd have to go looking for an office, but you can go immediately behind the register if you want to see what's back there.
Yeah, that'll be my first stop.
If that's a first stop for you, that's fine. You go looking in the back, and Mordecai, are you going with him or are you looking somewhere else?
I'm looking somewhere else. Like
Great.
I'm not gonna like if he's occupied looking something. I'm obviously not gonna leave him just like for these mundane serial killers. But as soon as he has his eyes like aware, I have other places I want to be with.
Where would you like to look?
I want to step outside because the truck should not be too far away from the store. Like the truck flipped over much further down the road than we did. Yes.
I mean maybe half a mile closer at the most.
Okay.
The tires were shot out pretty quickly.
Well, quickly. Okay.
Yeah.
I want to look around to make sure there's no one around, and then if I have to, I can make a mad dash to the truck.
I mean, no, it's miles away.
Oh, it's way.
Yeah, it's miles from this gas station.
Okay. Okay. Change of plans then.
Okay.
Go ahead, Lysander.
Lysander, you are looking in the back. What would you like to find?
If I'm thinking she's creepy and serial killery, okay, so the two things I want to look for.
Great.
I want to look for any weird occult stuff that is related to Daddy Dorian that is not just fan stuff, like not just merch.
Sure.
Second, I want to see if she's keeping trophies like a weird serial killer.
Okay.
I want to see if there's like fingers or hair or some weird car key, like some weird trophy thing.
It's crazy how they're all the same place.
Okay.
But I haven't been back there to know that.
Yeah.
Junkyard.
Yeah.
So, you look in the back. There's a shotgun. There are keys, and then there's like a bowl of keys, and I mean like a bucket, like a 5-gallon bucket of different like car keys that are just sort of tossed in there. Those would probably be in the mechanic shed, but she's got some up front. Why not?
That's fine. Yeah.
As you look around, there's a register. Register only doesn't, like, it's old. You can hit the button, pop it out, look at the drawer. Maybe $100 in it, like next to nothing. And looking at the drawer, it doesn't look like it's been opened recently. Other thing that you notice is there is a clipboard hung underneath the counter that looks like it's got a bunch of names on it. And next to the names, there are hash marks.
Okay.
Yeah.
The name of the person with the most hash mark.
Oh, so there is a Nathaniel, and there is a Sarah. Those two are at the top of the list, and they have the most marks.
Okay, got it.
But it looks like the further, and there's pages of this. There's like 3 pages. They're not all full. Some of them have been crossed out. Some of the names have been crossed out. And then there are older pages where they've like all been crossed out. But it looks like the people that were here at the top of the list have the most hash marks. Further down the list, less hash marks.
Got it. Okay. And people who are crossed out, they don't all have like, you get to 5 and then you get crossed out.
Nope.
It's just like, okay, cool,
Different
cool.
numbers. Yeah, different numbers, different places. Yep.
All right. Then I'll start looking for an office.
Okay. Yeah. So back behind the refrigerators is kind of where the bathrooms are. That looks like the place where like there's maybe a hallway or a door back in that side. So you start heading back there. The ladies are going to come in just a second as you've been searching around. You see the family bathroom, you see the men's bathroom, you see the women's bathroom. You find a storage closet. You do find what is like, it's an office. Maybe it was meant to be an office at one point, but they don't do enough business here for them to need to do any officing.
Sure.
Yeah, is there something in particular you're looking for?
Is more of the same, really. If
There
there's
is-
like stuff in there.
There
then
is
I'll
a
look, but-
yeah. There's a little bit. There is a schedule on there. Looks like a work schedule, and there's about 6 names that seem to split shifts.
Okay.
Um,
Is there who's the name for tonight?
Kate.
8.
Kate.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kate's
Got it.
working tonight.
Kissing Kate Barlow.
No.
Oh no!
Yellow spotted lizards.
No, not in the middle of the desert, Cody.
Okay, got it. And
Grandpa.
I will leave the office
Okay.
out because I don't see any ears. that
Yeah.
they're keeping
There's
us
no ears.
confused.
There's
Oh,
nothing like
shit.
that.
Wow.
As you start to
No
head out,
tongues.
the ladies are. You're back inside. Are you guys actually going towards the bathrooms? Are you going to run into them there?
No.
No. Okay, great.
Not if there's fire in there, and there seems to be. So
Fire. What fire?
she
The
said
candles.
candles lit.
Oh, right. My bad.
Yeah. I just wanted to get Melly like
Away.
alone so
Yeah.
I could discuss my plan.
Okay,
with
so
a
what is
fellow
your
planner, a writer?
what's your genius plan?
All right, so listen, I'm about to Chris Angel mind freak these folks outside,
Ah.
right? But like in real life. So the potion I made, right? I can fly with that. So
Okay.
like I would love to bring everybody up to the roof, right, for safety. But before we do that, we're gonna drain a pint of blood from this woman, and then I'm gonna make
That's
we're
the
gonna bring
part
her
where
to
you
the roof
lose me.
also.
That's the part where you lose me. If we're close enough to drain a pint of blood, why don't we just kill him? Why do you got to go to the roof and fly?
Because I would like to all like okay, so here's the thing. I bring everybody to the roof except for her, right? But before I do that, I use the Bruja to help hold her down and keep her mouth shut while we get a pint of blood, right? So we're gonna get
I
the
have a
pint of blood.
question.
Everybody's gonna go up to the roof because you're all willing, so I can do that at a walking speed, getting everybody to the roof, right?
Sure.
But she's not going to be willing, which is why I need to get the pint of blood first to weaken her a little bit, right? And then once we get her up to the roof with her pint of blood, then I can 10-minute ritual cast my other ritual and get her to talk to us about whatever I want her to talk to us about, the truth ritual situation.
What other ideas do you have that don't include a pint of someone's blood?
Getting us all to the roof so we're safe.
Or 10 minutes? Or is that it? Because I could
Yeah,
just go
listen-
talk to her.
But like, we don't want to be down here when all those folks with like the dune buggies and shit get up here, right? Like, that's not what we want to do.
Why? What are they gonna fucking do to us? Where's some
I don't know. I have a feeling this is like a cult situation that
What are some
worships.
fucking kind gonna do to us?
We don't. What if they're like? What if they're like vampire hunters or something? Like, I have a single dagger on my person, and I know that Lysander has a gun, but I would bet you probably money that that gentleman does not necessarily have the
You're
best
like-
shot.
She gets she like
Actually
grabs
really
grabs the shoulders grabs the shoulders of your jacket and brings you in like, listen to me. It doesn't matter what
Jean skirt
weapons
is
you have.
overalls.
Yeah, she grabs by the. It doesn't matter what weapons we have. I have the best weapon of all, a pen, and I will write them into oblivion when this is over.
You can't if they have wooden stakes, Melly.
Watch me.
The door rings as
Oh God.
as Kate comes in.
Hi. So sorry. It was just.
Did y'all find it? Y'all doing all right?
Yeah. No, we.
Yeah.
Just.
I'm so glad. So
I'm
are
really-
y'all comfortable?
just
Can
saying.
I get y'all anything? Yeah, what do you got?
Actually,
Mordecai, what do you...
No.
No,
I'm
okay,
good, I'm good.
okay.
Quick
Yeah.
question, just to ask, do you know who we are? You seem to think that we're like really cool, you know. I would just like to know if you recognize me.
I mean, I don't know you personally, but
Mm-hmm.
you seem very special.
Why?
I mean, it's plain to see why.
She-
Anyone can see what makes you
Any-
special.
She
Anyone
smell.
can pull off over an overall jean skirt like this. That's not what I'm talking about. Why? Like, look me in my face. And she's probably taller than I am.
Oh
so
yeah,
maybe
you're 4'9".
Everyone's taller
Everyone's
than you.
taller than you. Yeah, absolutely.
I know.
Children
I-
taller than
Listen.
you.
I lift the Tremere up to eye level.
Okay, all right, that's fine.
Uppies.
Yeah, yeah, okay. You ask her to look you in the eye,
Right.
and she does. And when she does, she kind of does this like, all right, I'm ready.
Oh no.
Well,
Uh-huh.
What? Do you,
Oh no. I'm
Wh-
not gonna do that.
what? But I'm ready. You go ahead.
What do
I
you
will.
think you're gonna do?
I will.
Melly,
Do it.
No,
Do
let
it.
her.
this is not.
Do it for
I'm
me.
gonna awe.
Do it, please.
I'm gonna awe.
Okay.
Aw. Arnar. And walk up and sort of like drag my fingers down her cheek.
Oh yeah. Oh. That's so
Melly.
different, but it hits so different.
Yeah,
Oh.
I know.
Is this the swingers hotel?
Hey,
Cody,
What?
baby girl.
is this the swingers hotel?
No.
Did we get okay?
No,
Anything's a swingers hotel if you try hard enough. and
That's
that's
true.
A fact.
fair enough.
Hey, baby girl, I have a question.
Yeah.
Yeah, who just rolled up on the four-wheelers?
Well, that's Bobby, and then there's Nathaniel, and Sarah, and Jacob, and Josephine, and Joey, and
Ooh.
Johnny. And
That's a lot.
Yeah. Will
They
you
your friends? They your family?
flame me?
Absolutely, but I just not yet.
She snaps the switchblade.
Okay,
I'm ready.
right, yeah.
And she
It
takes your hand and puts it
Okay.
over hers.
Mhm.
And she just starts guiding you, scraping, and
Yeah.
as she digs, a layer of her skin just comes off of her shoulder.
Yeah, absolutely. I'll keep going. Did Daddy Dorian send you guys here?
Sand. No, we just know where he likes to be.
She's gonna cut off a piece and just like eat it like jerky. Okay.
You watch as her skin begins healing
That's awful. What did I just put in my mouth?
in a knitted, twisting fashion.
No.
Oh, I didn't think I'd ever want to do that, but oh, you are just so special. Daddy Dorian's gonna love you.
Probably.
Silver gang.
Can
I gave you a taste. Can I have a taste?
Oh,
Are they a cannibal cult?
I want
that-
a taste.
well,
I need a taste.
yeah, I'm trying to. I'm.
You hear the door ring.
I down a potion.
Okay.
I do have her knife now.
Kate, what are you?
Ash.
Kate, what are you doing? You know Daddy Dorian prefers to wait. Especially... Oh. Oh my. Oh no, I understand. I do. Josephine, Johnny, Joey, Nathaniel, Sarah, come on in here. Oh, it's gonna be a special night.
While that was happening, Melly ties the flayed skin into a knot, like a cherry stem with her tongue, and then just flicks it at Joey, who was talking.
You don't, Bobby, but you don't.
Oh, Bobby, that's it. I was like,
Yeah.
I'm missing a name.
Yeah, Bobby.
Yeah, and just flicks it at him.
He just tosses it aside. He's like, "That's rude."
Hold on, real quick. Real quick. Is she actively bleeding?
Yes.
I have a spare jar. It
Okay.
happens to be a pint.
Okay.
Can I just like go over and like put it like against her, like to try and just gather?
I'm gonna.
Do you want to?
I'm gonna.
You can. Yeah, you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Hey, if you don't mind, just while you guys are, enjoying this time together, I'm just gonna enjoy my time in a different way. And she like.
As you hold it up, her skin is knitting together, and she's wearing a sort of a small baby doll tee, and she just tears it off on one side, and then she digs her hand in and starts squeezing like a melon as the blood starts to pour a little more. She's like,
All right.
I've been so very good. I deserve a taste, don't I? And she's looking right at you, Blue. You can have.
Blue begins straight up to hover with the pint of blood in her hands.
It's not a pint yet. It's gonna take a while. It's gonna take a little bit to fill.
Whatever blood
Sure.
is in here, I don't care about the pint anymore. It's just
Great.
like two-handed, like a sippy cup, like floating towards the ceiling.
As you start to float up, she's gonna wrap her arms around you. Take me with you.
All right,
Oh man.
fine.
And she does. She has a strong grip. She has a stronger grip than you would expect her to be able to have. And she's gonna smell you. And her cheek sort of brushes up against yours. And she's gonna let her lips kind of trace towards your mouth, waiting to see if you pull away.
I do.
And when you turn your head, she just bites your ear. And
As soon as that happens, it's just a clock from Mordecai.
okay,
Just
yeah.
as soon as it happens, like
Yeah,
as much.
make your brawl check. Go for it.
Because strength. So strength, that's 7, and then I have my prowess going, which is half my potency,
Okay.
which makes it 9.
This is crazy.
7 successes.
Okay. She got 3, so that's 4. So that's. Do you have anything that turns your potence? Do you have that turns your melee into aggravated damage for humans?
I've got lethal body, which I believe makes it aggravated damage.
Okay. If it's an awe and you want to enact that, I need to know because that's a difference between knocking her out and
Whoa!
doing more.
Fuck! I just remembered.
Does aggravated health damage to mortals if desired. I just want the grip to be gone.
Okay.
Just like it's enough force to kind of let the grip gone and her back off. It's almost like it's an additional shove almost.
Blue, make me a brawl check or a dodge check.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna make brawl because also as she bites my ear, the little glass jar is like being smashed
Okay.
into.
Yeah.
Like,
Go for it.
something. I don't have very many dice for this. So.
Okay.
It's only 2 successes.
Okay, she got 3. So
Yeah.
you're gonna take a point of stun damage. She is gonna tear your flesh, and as she's knocked prone, her lips bleeding, the bruise on the side of her face starting to swell, but she just almost ignoring getting punched and everything that happened is frantically sort of scooping Blue's blood into her mouth, and the others start to come in and they see, and you can see all of them sort of and they look at you four, and they begin to run at you.
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay.
Any of them got weapons?
No. Well, none that you
Can
see.
I-
None that you.
Okay.
None that they didn't walk in here with like baseball bats and shit like that. Like they were not expecting. This is not what they walked in here for. But
While while they had been dealing with Kate, Bobby had come in just by himself
yeah,
earlier.
yeah.
Okay.
Bobby
Whenever-
came in and watched her get punched.
Yes.
And they
got
were
it.
just walking in. Yeah. So go ahead.
Whenever that was all happening, I was wanting to take just a few steps towards Bobby
Yeah.
to try and like catch him off before everything else went down.
Perfect. Yeah. Yeah. 100%.
So I just kind of want to be near him, but also as soon as everybody starts running at us, I'm pulling out my pistol.
Yeah.
And I'm ready to kill people.
Go for it. Yeah. We'll start with you then, Lysander. Who are you shooting at?
Whoever's not Bobby that's closest that's running at us.
Great.
Whichever one is the next closest one.
Yeah. They all look the same to you, so go for it.
Yep. Yeah, I don't know the difference between any of them. So, okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 successes and then 2 criticals on top of that.
Okay. Yeah. So that's like 10.
10, yeah.
So that is 8 successes over. That's aggravated damage. So that absolutely kills him.
Perfect.
Yeah. 2 well placed shots in the dome. The thunderclap of the gun and the spark of fire, the spray of blood across you guys. They don't hesitate. They don't pause. As you bore a hole in this dude's cranium, one of them looks across at you in this wild-eyed, me next sort of
Gross.
feel. Yeah, Mordecai, what would you like to do?
I would like to. I think with Lysander taking one down, he's gonna step in front of everybody.
Okay.
And I'm gonna activate Daunt.
Okay.
Which I add my it's free cost, adds a user presence rating to any intimidation rolls, to see if he can kind of like can unnerve them just a little bit. But he's standing in the front, and attacking the user requires resolve and a composure roll at difficulty number 2 in order to get in order to attack Mordecai.
Yeah, go for it.
So for an intimidation, we're going what? Manipulation, intimidation.
Yep.
Cool. 5.
Yo, baby.
That's a 4. Successes?
Okay.
Muffin.
They look at you, and they recognize you pulling upon the vitae, and there's a view of recognition in their eyes, and with it comes an excitement. Oh, that one's different. I know. We have to do as Daddy says. They are not intimidated, and they just bum rush you.
All right.
I'd like you to make a brawl check.
Cool. If there's one thing I'm good at, it's
Yeah,
that.
yeah, it absolutely is that.
Strength brawl.
Yeah.
I still have prowess going, so that's. There's a lot of them, so I'm gonna get every little advantage I got.
Yeah, absolutely.
8 successes and a possible messy crit.
Okay. So that is 6 successes. I'm going to give you the messy crit there. The beast sort of comes out. They come roiling on top of you. And you're trying to fight them off. You get a hold of one of them and you grab him by like the arm and the shoulder because you're good at grappling. And you swing and you catch his wrist, and just midway down it snaps and breaks as you tear a portion of his arm off. And he looks at you, and he looks at his arm. His eyes go wild. And he is going to jam his nub just into your mouth.
Okay. Oof.
I'd like you to make me a stamina resolve check.
Oh, that's not great.
Come on, you got this.
I at least have no hunger, so.
Yeah.
2.
A 2? Okay.
A 2.
Yeah. The blood of the wound goes pouring into your mouth, and you can feel the skin around the nub beginning to knit closed as your tongue instinctively dances across this flesh. And it is the first time that you, since being turned, blood has hit your system, and you felt oddly repulsed, overfed. You're gonna take a stain on your humanity, as this is not feeding the way kindred feed. This is something weirder and wilder and far grosser.
Can I? So if I'm taking a stain of the humanity.
Yep.
Can I?
I'm gonna check in with the other people real quick.
Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Cool.
absolutely.
Blue and Melly, is there anything in specific you guys are up to?
You got something?
How long has it been since I got my ear half bitten off?
6 seconds, 10 seconds maybe.
Cool. Then I'm not doing anything yet. I just need to know how much blood did I get? Not a pint. Did I get like half a cup? Like a cup?
Quarter
Like
cup
what?
maybe?
Quarter cup. Okay.
Yeah. Quarter cup, half a cup.
I am against the ceiling. Like,
Sure.
I'm just clutching the remnants of the half-shattered container with like a couple spoonfuls of blood left in it. Like, it's not looking great for me. I'm planning.
Okay. What do you got, Melly?
Okay, so when he did Daunt, it didn't work?
I will go ahead and tell Blue this. Anybody else that has sensed the unseen, even if you haven't turned it on, okay. When he attempted to daunt them, to intimidate them, it wasn't them that resisted. It was the already active dominate powers of Daddy Dorian that prevented them from being intimidated. And you see that presence of Vita. You see that presence of blood within them.
Is this like a distance thing, or would I know like Daddy Dorian is near?
It doesn't. It doesn't have to be a distance thing, but just the strength of it and the prevalence of it, and the fanaticism with which they act. He probably sees them every day.
Okay.
That shed outside?
I'm going to run to the bathroom,
Okay.
and when I open the door, I'm closing my eyes.
Okay.
Or I'm gonna like just test it. Is there a lit candle in there?
Yeah.
Okay. Then once I get that, I'm gonna close my eyes, run into the bathroom, and try to feel around for the warmth.
Okay.
Grab the candle,
Sure.
run back, or like feel my way back out,
Uh-huh.
and chuck it towards the horde of ghouls.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. Make me a dexterity throw check. Or a dexterity check.
Okay. It's a crit.
Nicely done. Yeah, you absolutely, you chuck the candle.
By 1 dex.
Nicely done. The fire lands on right in the eye of one of them. The wax burning him, and he sort of twists back around. And the way the candle landed, you would expect the flame to have gone out. And he pulls it off, and Kate goes. Kate's on the ground, but he goes, "Yay, fire!" And then one of them stops him and goes, "No, that'll spook them. Leave them be." And he goes, "Oh, you're right. You're right. It's time for our taste."
So, but he's holding the candle now?
Yeah, he's holding the candle.
Is it still lit?
No, it's out.
Okay. I'm going to
He's
consider...
blind in one eye.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then I'm going to consider him an armed combatant,
Okay.
and I have proficiency with them.
Okay.
So I'd like to run and punch his ass.
Yeah, go for it. Do it.
This is the dumbest 1-2 combo in the world.
I can't believe you just armed that man with a candle.
Listen, I was also gonna hand someone the knife and be like, "Will you hold this for me?" Thanks, and then just clock them.
Yeah.
There were a lot of dumb thoughts happening in that moment, but I thought maybe trolls, the fire would stop them from regenning.
That is a
We'd
good.
have to run, but
That's a good idea.
oh, that's cocked.
That's really not a bad idea. That was a good idea, actually.
Okay, so that's 2 successes.
Okay.
Why does everyone sound so surprised? I have good ideas sometimes.
No, stop that.
Yeah. You hit them. They got 1 success, so it is superficial damage. That does sort of knock him back, and he grips in the head, and then, "Please, may I have another?"
I mean, yeah.
Yeah. I would like all of you in this moment that are within melee, whatever, if you're rolling brawl or taking a shot, go ahead and just roll that now.
Okay.
And Blue, if there's anything you're doing from the roof to try to hurt this pack of ghouls.
I
And
still have a stub in my mouth, yeah?
Yeah.
Can I just... I know this is repulsive to me, and I'll spend a willpower if I have to kind of push through it. But can I brutal feed off this and just drink him dry?
For a willpower, yes.
Got it. Done.
Okay. You don't need to roll for that. That just happens.
Just because he
4.
came into me in all the wrong angles.
Yeah, absolutely. And there is a look of ecstasy and yet a hint of regret that he will never taste the Vitae again as you drain him. But if he was going to go, it was going to be this way. 4 successes from Melly.
7 successes, possible messy crit. But I wanted to, if possible, shoot Bobby in the dick and try and intimidate them and just yell at them to stop.
Okay.
Because I'm
Absolutely.
not necessarily trying to, I do want to murder them.
Great.
This is over the top. But
Yeah.
I also would rather them just fucking stop.
Yeah. I will let you make an intimidate check. Intimidate. I'll give you +2 dice because you succeeded so well on the dick shot. Four more superficial damage from melee. You're gonna follow up with the same armed combatant. Yeah. Yeah. Knocks him out. Absolutely.
Two, three, four, 5 successes on the intimidate. The
Okay.
manipulation, intimidate.
You feel the presence, the domination of Daddy Dorian bounce back against you. It is 4, 5, only 5. So they stop. They stop. They pause for a moment.
And he is like full fangs out, like trying to be basic, like, because they know what we are. They've already acted like it. So
Yeah,
he's just trying to be as scary, kindred vampire as he can in that moment to scare them.
Absolutely. It doesn't scare them necessarily. It stops them. 100% stops them. But it's sort of like children playing at a game and then realizing that the other person isn't having fun the way they are. It's that sort of like, what, wait? There is they stop, and the lights of a car scan across the front of the glass. And they look at each other, and there's, 3 of them dead, at least? One of them's unconscious, 2 are dead, 3, I think 4. 4 of the... Yeah, there's probably only 2 of them left. Maybe 1 more. The gas station bell over the door rings. Cling, cling. And you look over, and there, sleeves rolled up, shirt unbuttoned, is with his heavy black glasses on, is Daddy Dorian. And he has a woman, probably early 30s, on she's wearing a spiked collared leash, and she comes walking in right behind him. You can sense the runes on the leash and on the collar. She's not wearing much. Whatever she's wearing is tattered and ripped. And they all, those that are still alive, "Oh, Daddy, we found good ones this time." And he, oh my, you have. Hello there, my kindred. Welcome to the stop.
What do you think you're doing?
Whatever I want.
Forgot that you guys could be this stupid. All right, well, you're going to need to give us a car.
No. You don't need to go anywhere. We've got all the food we need right here.
Oh, that's disappointing. You were hot.
Oh.
Blue?
Yeah, how can I help you? she starts to like lower as like the scene ends.
I don't know, my little
Fingers
Thanksgiving
off.
Day parade float. You got You got a thought? We got some?
Oh my god, that caught me really off guard. Megan, what? Oh my god. She looks at Daddy Dorian and she just, I remember you. You're different now. I don't like this version very much.
Well, you know, it's one of the most freeing things when you start living for yourself is not giving a fuck what other people think.
That's nice, but we don't really care about that. We're just passing through, right?
No.
You might be okay with this, but we're
You're
not.
not passing anywhere. You're just along for the ride.
You think you're in charge?
Make a, I would like all of you to make, 1 second. Where'd it go? Where'd it go? Where'd it go?
Technically, Matthew did undo whatever dominate he had, so I think Lysander's daddy now.
I would like all of you to make charisma, no, wit composure checks.
Is this a supernatural ability such as dominate or and presence from
Yes.
dominate or presence?
Yes.
Okay, then I get
Can
to add my fortitude as
Great.
extra dots for this.
Sounds
Can
good.
I add my extra social dice?
No.
Darn it!
And I apologize. You said that this was a resolve.
This is wit
Charisma.
composure.
Wits composure. Thank you. So sorry.
No, it's all good.
A 2.
3.
4.
It's not good for moi.
I won't let him take you.
I don't think I got much of a choice.
That's a lot
still
of dice.
I'm still spitting out ghoul blood.
1, 2,
The world's worst
10
crazy strong.
successes.
N successes?
Yeah, I get-
boy.
I get to roll 8 dice, and I had 2 crits.
Yeah.
And you had that fortitude, like, don't you?
Yeah, that's why I got 8 dice, because I got to add 3.
You have
Extra.
10 dice.
So he has 7 successes. Who is below 7?
Oh, everyone but Matt.
I
As
built this man to not be persuaded.
Tell our story,
it's-
Lysander.
it's not persuade. He nudges down his black glasses, and these serpentine eyes that are snake-like slits catch your gaze, and the 3 of you that failed are immobilized as long as he maintains eye contact in your direction. You are trapped. And as he does that, he drops the leash and says, "Get him." What would you like to do, Lysander?
I will shoot the girl.
Go for it. Yeah. Shoot.
For him!
Shoot anybody. I don't think there's a wrong answer here at this point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Shoot
you
me
could
at this
shoot
point.
his eyes.
I did think before he released the hound, I was just gonna shoot him to try and make him break eye contact.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know what kind of gimp he's got back there. And I don't know if I feel like finding out.
Well,
It's a good point.
I feel like it's
Jesus Christ. Okay, I
a
have
gangrel.
rolled well enough that I feel like if I don't take a picture of this to prove that I'm not cheating, it's not real. So,
That good.
Dude, you're the only thing holding this party together right
1,
now.
2,
You realize
3, 4, 5,
that,
6,
right?
7, 8 successes with a possible messy crit.
Okay.
Dang, dude.
Blow her
Look, I
fucking head
listen.
off.
Apparently, if there's one thing I do well, it's shoot people and resist being dominated.
Yo,
That's it.
I've got half of those.
What a brat, honestly.
Yes.
That's
Now
most
you
ventures, though.
understand.
All right. Dooby dooby doo. Be dooby doo.
Shooter.
Oh gosh.
God.
Okay. And let's go. There it is. Let's see. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So you deal 3 points of damage just on the aim, I believe, and then it's a pistol. I'll give you +2 on it. So I'm not looking up stats. So that's 5 points of aggravated damage. You hit her center mass, and she stumbles back, hits the floor, and is slumped over, and then in an instant snaps up and is in a full lupine werewolf form.
That's worse. That's worse.
Oh, that's so much worse. Oh, that's
Oh
so much
shit!
worse.
I thought it was gangrel. We're fucked.
Oh, that's so much worse.
You watch the bullet pop out of
Oh
her,
no!
and
Bum, bum, ba-na-na-na.
No!
I would like you to make a either dodge or brawl check to avoid.
With your own bullet. No.
The only thing worse was spit out the bullet.
Okay. I will gladly do brawl. Could
Okay.
I do melee instead?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So 3 dexterity. 2
Come on, buddy.
melee. God.
Come on, buddy.
I only have 5 dice for this one.
Hey,
Big money, no
listen,
whammies.
you only had 7 and you got 10. You know what I mean? Like, if
Please.
3.
Much worse.
No!
well, this has been
Drink for
fun.
me!
That's a bestial failure. I got all fails and a crit fail on one of my hunger dice.
Just drink from me. Take the strength from me.
Do a quick shot, just a quick shot, and then
There.
Take a sip.
fuck.
So that is 4. So the claws dig into you, causing you to have. You take 4 points of aggravated damage. So that's an X in the
Okay.
box.
So, I apologize for interrupting. I do have my toughness that I enacted earlier
Yep.
allows me to subtract the fortitude of the defender from all superficial damage sustained.
Yep.
This occurs before having the damage and cannot reduce the damage below 1.
Okay. Hold on. Yeah. So.
And then
Werewolves gain claws and teeth that deal non-halved superficial damage 3 with a +3 damage modifier to vampires, as well as +3 to all physical. So it was 4, 3, so it's 7, but you do get to reduce it.
subtract 3 of that.
Great.
So I take 4.
You take 4, and it is superficial, so it's half slashes. Once those fill up, then you go back and aggravate. But as the werewolf tears into Lysander, there is I would like all of you that are stuck to make a wits awareness check.
We have 4 successes. Finally, the wits awareness. When I stand still and the object permanence kicks in.
Only 3 for me.
Okay.
Same 3.
Okay. As you watch the werewolf leap across Lysander, getting torn into like a chew toy, the cheers of the of the ghouls down on the ground, you are locked in eye contact with Daddy Dorian. But then there's this blinding light that halos from behind him, and your eyes instinctively are allowed to close as you can no longer see Daddy Dorian. There is a shattering of glass as the windowed wall behind him just comes crashing in.
Roberto!
It's always about Michael. This was always Michael's game.
Freaking kidding me right now?
They fixed the car.
It's not that car. It is a different car. But
It's working! It's
yeah,
working!
yeah, it is. So it's kind of this, I don't know, crappy Jeep, big thing. No, it's like one of those old '70s vans, the like Volkswagen van.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a,
just
yeah.
Woody?
boom.
Yeah.
Yeah. The Woody, whatever. I don't know. It's a big van. Michael pops his
microbus?
head out. Come on, we gotta go. Roberto sold us out.
Roberto!
What? What? No, I
I'm
got somebody
going-
else to go kill.
I'm gonna kill that guy!
Mike,
Yeah.
I'm so glad we didn't kill you, dude. What?
I'm grabbing Blue and trailing her like a balloon.
Blue's
like
like
a
on the
balloon.
ground now. She's-
You guys run to get into the van. The werewolf begins to give chase, and Michael, all of you go ahead and roll a final check, whatever you would like to try to assist in escaping this truck stop of horrors.
Oh man, I just want to clothesline the werewolf. I don't want to. I mean, I'm not gonna be able to hurt it.
I mean,
if I-
you can hurt it. It just heals very quickly. That's its thing.
He wants or Mordecai's gonna be the back, is that they get forward, and if the werewolf lunges, I think he still has eyes for Lysander. He's just gonna like put an arm from it to clothesline it.
Nice. Do it.
Strength roll. Put a 9 in there. That
Yep.
is 7 successes.
Yeah. The werewolf comes lunging forward. You catch it off on the side of the face. It goes stumbling in, knocks over one of the racks of knickknacks and bric-a-brac and all of that, and sort of lets out the dog whimper as it thumps across the ground. Lysander, who are you shooting?
I am shooting Daddy Dorian.
Okay, go for it.
And I'm just gonna yell, "Get fucked," as I do. And I rolled again. I'll take a picture of this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 successes.
Nicely done.
Well done.
Yeah, he is on the ground. You're gonna at least send him into a torpor between getting run over with this van and getting skullboard. Blue and Melly. The ghoul followers are still under the effects of Daddy Dorian. You think they would sit there and lick his blood off the ground like a cat. However, you can attempt to dissuade them, break them free, because he's like out right now. He's wrecked. So any sort of persuasion skills do have a chance of coming through.
I still have awe up because I never took it down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I'd like to try to persuade them.
Yeah. What would you like to persuade them with? How would you like to
Not
persuade them?
Do that. Hey guys.
No.
stop.
Don't.
Look at me. Eye contact. Hand. Bam. Say that's okay. Come on, you can do this, Megan. You're smarter. How many of them are left? Just the 2?
We'll say 3.
3. She's gonna walk over and just slap one of them
Yeah.
and look at the other 2 Look, I'm not trying to yuck your yum. You can get your rocks off however you want to. But come on, really? A werewolf as a pet? You deserve better from a cult leader. And deep in your heart, you fucking know it.
We just thought you liked it.
No.
Blue, what would you like to do?
Blue is just sitting there. At first, she's like just looking at the ground, kind of shoving the dust on the floor of this garage between her 2 feet, kind of like, I've done nothing this whole time, before reaching into her satchel under her skirt, and I would like to do a, as charismatically as possible, pulling out one of those, you can like bend it in the middle and it's like an instant ice pack, and just like holding it up like a charisma medicine, just like
Okay. As you
Aftercare?
like
Aftercare.
a thought, a smell first hits your brain, then a thought. You, more than anyone here, have a strong understanding of the importance and potency of blood. And the smell hits your nose. Lupine blood is
Oof.
absolutely not just delicious, but powerful.
Delicious.
Every sip is more effective than human blood, and it is difficult to resist. As far as alchemists go, it is almost impossible. I would like you to make a willpower test.
Take the
Matthew's
blood.
tail
Take
wagging.
the blood. Take the blood.
Do it.
yeah. Okay.
Sip
Well.
from the puppy. Sip from the dog.
Great. So using what am I rolling, Cody?
It's just the dice equal to the number of your dice on willpower.
Okay. So
Number of your willpower.
that's it. All right.
Huh, 2.
Change these two. You're good. Surprisingly, out of 4, 2 successes.
Okay. All
Could
right.
be worse.
It could be worse. You do not steal the blood on your way out, unless you would like to. That is your choice.
I would like to.
There you go.
Absolutely, I would like to.
Okay.
I have so many jars, so little time.
There you go. You guys get into the car and you begin to drive away, and as you peel down the road, this hour or so detour, having lost your guide, and a few hours from sun coming up, you look around and you see Michael has bags of blood, more than what he had last time. You're not quite sure, but there's something. There's some question that nags in the back of your mind whether or not you'll actually make it to Memphis. And that is where we are going to end our little Halloween one-shot of horror and scares tonight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out, for playing with us. Thank you everybody thank you Tristan, thank you for the chaos.
Yeah.
A little little psychological horror, little body horror, little stuff like that.
So good.
I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, thank you, everybody. I'm gonna double check. Pixie, if are we rating? We're not rating. We're just gonna go. What are we doing? But thank you guys. Yeah, Krista, we'll see. Maybe we can do these characters again at some point. I had a great time. It was a ton of fun.
Really? That means they make it?
I don't know. We'll find out.
To Memphis.
God, of all the cities to not make it to.
No.
Oof.
All the cities to
We're
die over.
lost somewhere in Texas. This is my nightmare.
No, you guys are past
That's
Texas.
all
Albuquerque, you're past Texas.
We're taking
well,
Whitney to Maine, baby.
Then it's fine.
I was.
We've gone past Memphis.
So my thought whenever you were like, he has extra bags of blood, because I was thinking about making a thin blood, right?
Yeah.
And there's this thing where like some thin bloods are like, if you eat a full vampire, you will become a full vampire.
Yeah.
Or if you kill your maker, you will become a human again.
Yeah.
I'm
You
like,
think he
Michael just
killed
ate
Robert?
Roberto.
Roberto.
Roberto. Yeah, I think Michael ate Roberto.
Yeah,
Well,
we
listen.
Still in
definitely
the
think-
truck
we don't know.
He
There's
saved our asses. That's all I
Yep.
need.
yeah.
for now.
You don't know what? You don't know why. I was I wanted to do more of the like suspense and the horror and stuff like that. But you guys were having such a blast feeding on people. I was like, well fuck it. I can't cut this short. We'll do all the dramatic stuff afterwards. So thank you guys for sticking in there. I know it was a late night. I know it was a long game.
No, you're good.
But I hope the slow burn was worth it. Yeah, awesome. Well, I'm going to say goodnight. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. Thank you to the cast. We will see you all next time. But until then, be cool.